Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. Hope you're all doing well tonight. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, you've seen him, and I am very excited to be back here tonight. We're a little light on cast tonight because of some player illness. A couple of our players got sick on our vacation and are resting up and watching right now. So Kaeko, Skaar, and Zenada Vosh are going to be sitting out this one. But the rest of the party is here, and we're going to be getting to meet them right now and then heading into a episode of Call of the Netherdeep because we couldn't take an episode off. We missed you too much. Without Kaeko, that means that we should say hello to Christa. Hi, Christa.
Hello, it's Christa. Hello, it's me. I'm Chahista FX in the chat here. All bow before me. Let's see if I can do this exactly word for word as what I said before. However, I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and I am playing Sabina Moorden, our Lotus Den Halfling Ranger, and Hexblood Warlock, which, as we were saying in the deafness, I don't think anybody saw coming, and especially not me, and their beast companion, Dax.
Nice. All right, let's go ahead and pass down to Chris.
Hello, it's Chris here from Dork Tales. Question for Christa. Now that you're a Hexblade, does that mean Dax is like a Hexbounder or something? Does Dax gain some of your hexy powers?
I like Hexbounder. I'm gonna make one of those.
Hexbounder is pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
or do we take the Warlock and he's a Warbounder, which is also
or is he a
cool.
Or is he a Hex Tusk?
Hex Tusk.
Because it's not a blade, because it's Tusk.
Yeah,
5% homebrew.
What does that mean about orcs, though? Can they be Hex Tusk?
All orc warlocks are Hex blades or Hex Tusks?
Orclocks?
I don't know.
Orclocks?
Orclocks, that's fun to say.
Orclock, right? So anyway, hyper focus, not focus gnomes.
Exactly. I go by Diggyblog in the chat. You can often find me on Dork Tales. And tonight I will be playing Dorlen Wildrock, the incredibly serious and driven, hyper focused gnome who never causes any explosions or problems or issues at all for anyone. I saw that hurt them more. I like it.
I like it a lot. All right. And finally, let's pass over to Caitlan. Hi, Caitlan.
Hello, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Xarria Rainn, the tiefling cleric of the group. Oh, almost didn't make it through that. That was short but sweet, but I still had a moment.
That's okay. We're all having moments of that kind of night. All right. So, folks, well, what's up? What's up, Chris? You made a look.
I was going to say, what was it we were talking about before game about clerics of the Raven Queen?
That they're goth AF.
Yep.
Yeah. They're all goth vamps.
Generally, yeah. I was like, I want some inspiration.
I've met one and can confirm.
Like, oh.
You want some inspiration? So you put on some lips and you're like, buy me inspiration, chat. Or determination, whatever works. Buy it.
Oh, somebody did buy me determination. Thank you.
Yep. It has been applied. Buy it.
Sweet.
Nice. And that's the wrong button. And
I'm ready to help our good friend Provolone.
All right, folks. So without much more ado, we're going to head into game. I want to thank you all for being here. I also want to thank our 109 patrons over at patreon.com/dorktales, which is only
109? That's crazy. When did that happen?
I got like 3 over the weekend, which was a great surprise, like waking up on a couch.
No, when did we breach 100?
A while ago. Yeah, like eons ago, man. Like
holy crap.
We're vibing, man. Like, it's good. Like, what if we're 6 patrons away from Robin having to read Radiant Citadel and prepare to run it once a month.
Soon, Robin. I hope you're watching this and recovering, but soon.
Right? Ooh, and actually, one sec.
Robin in the chat.
It's true. So let me just
I'd also like to say it's okay, guys, if we get in any fights, because Bryn bought me a very handy little tin of many tiny little potions.
So cute.
Oh my
We're
God.
prepared.
Okay,
Kat got me one of those a couple of years ago.
I have a lot of them.
I might have to drink them or eat them against you.
Sabina, stop hoarding all of the potions. Those are for Dax.
It's okay, because if we run out, I have a jar of just rockets.
Oh my god.
Smarties, I
That's
think it is for
amazing.
those in the
Yeah,
US.
Smarties for our American friends.
I don't know anywhere else in the world what they call them, but
Oops.
No.
we
All
call
right, guys.
them
There's
rockets.
a question for all of you
Chocolate.
Canadian or Americans. What
Chocolate.
do you call these little chalk candies? If you
Trash.
have them at all.
Oh,
They're the
hey.
best.
They're very good.
This is
Or
why
the
we get
cotton
along,
candy. Candy corn.
because you can have
Oh.
all the rockets. I'll have all the Smarties.
There
I
we
have a
go.
feeling we're gonna have a lot of cross chat in this game. I'm looking forward to it.
Probably. All right, folks, we're going to start in just one sec. I'm just going to make one final adjustment because my tech is being fun tonight. and
Okay,
doing
take your
s-
time because I need to know how you smoke them. GM's
Wait.
perspective.
What? Smoke what? Smarties?
You can
Rockets.
smoke them. Oh, maybe like just fake smoke them.
Maybe. Is that what you're talking about? Because I remember the fake cigarettes.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
I actually like those.
Oh, the
I actually
Popeyes one.
have a
Yeah.
package of them still in like a cosplay pocket from
Oh my
like
Right?
Cost pocket.
4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I noticed it when I was hanging it up in the closet. I was like, "Oh, there's something in here." Oh yeah. Remember
that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things never go bad either.
I've been over the last like 6-7 months or however long it's been. We've been doing lots of enjoying some non-alcoholic drinks lately. Like there's some pretty good like peach. There's like peach. What is it? Peach gross and
Peach ghost.
ghost. Yeah,
Peach
not
gross.
gross.
Nice.
He's
Selling
gross. The
it.
ghost with the most.
Yeah, good stuff. Got a little zero alcohol rosé.
Also, that is hilarious. You hold the package and you rub it until there's a bunch of powder, and then you open the one end and go, and it looks like you're puffing smoke.
Oh,
That's
I get it.
awesome.
You know what
Oh
was
my
the worst
God.
thing in the world? I don't know if you had
That
them
would
up in
suck if it
Canada.
got in your eyes.
Chocolate cigarettes.
Wait, what?
They were like,
I'm not
okay, you know the
sure.
chocolate that comes in chocolate coins? Like the really bad chocolate,
Yeah.
the waxy
Yeah.
chocolate?
Mhm.
It was that with paper wrapped around it.
Oh,
Just fully paper.
Just
You had to peel
fully
the paper
You
off?
couldn't eat it. You had to peel it off and it would stick to the chocolate,
that's the
And then-
worst.
right? It was the worst.
Ugh.
But you know what else? You know what's not the worst? Starting game. Now it's time to start game.
Okay.
That's my
Dorlen
segue.
struck again.
All right. So, without further ado, it is time to head into Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. Y'all ready for this? Nice. Last time on Call of the Netherdeep, you all returned from Kael Morrow and spent some time around the city. You went and shopped for lingerie. You opened a bottle of 1,000 gold piece wine. You had a really pleasant night. And as the evening dragged on, there in Bodhi's shop, enjoying your wine, enjoying a meal, having some takeout on the floor of the newly finished shop, there came a knock at your door. Dorlen, you went to answer the door, and on the other side was a tiefling, dressed in nondescript dark clothes, instead of the usual Allegiance of Allsight attire. It took you a minute to realize that it was, in fact, Prolix Yusuf. You ushered him inside, and Prolix said to you, I think someone is trying to frame me for the attack at the Life Dome. Earlier today, a thief snatched my satchel as I was walking down the street. I reported the theft. And then I went back about my business, and a few hours ago, someone used a sending spell to notify me that my satchel had found its way to the Crystal Chateau, and that I should claim it at once. I was on my way to retrieve it when I found this. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a note. And wrapped in it, you see a silver ring with a stripe of red metal down the center. The metal almost seeming to, like it wants to bleed into the silver. Like it's been ornamentally set, but it's kind of stretched or pushed at the edge of the silver. I think I think someone slipped this into my pocket. But I swear, it's not mine. It looks like one of the magic items salvaged from Kelmoro, but I can't be sure. You believe me, right?
Of course we do.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes, you may.
I mean, since we're doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Even if he was lying, I rolled a nat 1.
15.
So he lies so badly, or he tells the truth so badly you think he's lying. No. So
Sus.
he is desperate. As you're looking at him, Sabina, you're getting the scent of fear, of body odor, of sweat, of just, wow, this guy is in a bad way. This is kind of rough to witness. He's shaking. He looks like a wreck. He's normally in kind of like a tangerine orange, and now he's kind of like a grapefruit yellow, like that kind of paleness to him.
Oh.
Of course we believe you, Prolix. Come in. Brody, I'm sorry. Is it all right if we bring him in?
It's totally fine by me, right, love? Oh yeah, it's fine, Kaeko says.
Kaeko, you're strangely quiet tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
As are you,
surprisingly drunk.
Zenada.
You do seem surprisingly drunk, Zenada says, and toasts herself. Hey, fill this cup for me, would you? She says to her echo, who fills the bottle for her. Fills this glass for me. Now that is a cool trick. I would like to see how you did that. I love it. It's a wonderful trick. You should definitely learn it. You should definitely learn that duplicate thing. They titter away in the background.
I'm sorry, Prolix. They've all been drinking.
We have, but I'll be okay.
Are you certain?
Yes.
I don't want.
It's very important.
Of course, I don't want to put you out. But I have no one else that I can turn to. If I go back to the Crystal Chateau, I don't know what's happening to the accent. 1 second, let me reel this in. Take a drink. I go back to the Crystal Chateau. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not willing to go back and claim my possessions until I know exactly what's going on.
I understand.
Here. Sorry.
I was going to ask for the note. That's perfect.
I mean, to be honest, it's a piece of notepaper. I just wrapped the ring in it so that it wouldn't be so obvious. But here, you can have the ring.
Take it and hold it with. I guess you two will probably be able to identify this better than I.
Yeah, let me take a look at that if you don't mind. Well, if Sabina passes it to me, I want to see if it seems to react with her hand at all.
It doesn't seem to react to it.
Okay.
What it looks like is, you know those wedding rings that you can get that are basically like inset with like a different color in the center? It looks just like that, like a very simple silver band with kind of this red swirling looking pattern along the inside.
What do you think, Xarria? Hold it up to her.
I'm not really sure. Could I?
Well,
just taking a look.
You can make me an Arcana roll for sure.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, that'd be awesome. Because I don't have identified today.
Do you want to do it and me assist, or vice versa, or just both make our own?
You're probably better at it. If only one of us can do it.
All right. Well, I'll take that advantage for a 26.
Oh yeah, that's more than I could have gotten.
This
Okay.
definitely is ruidium. The ring was forged with it at the center of it. Or it has found a way to corrupt the ring or infect it somehow. It is absolutely the strange mineral that you have been finding in Kael Moro. However, this could be potentially useful.
I wonder if somebody's forging with ruidium around here. 'Cause it's
If there was
definitely...
a place. Oh, if there was a place to get some, I don't see why not. Right? Those weapons have to come from somewhere.
I mean, either that or perhaps it's an item that... I don't understand the substances itself, but there's many items in Kael Moro that are infected, touched by this.
infected.
If you can help me, I have a friend, bookkeeper Kaim, who manages the Omnivore Library in the Sigil District. He has records of every item of antiquity salvaged from Kael Moro. If that ring came from there, he would have a record of it. And if you know where it came from, maybe you can find out who's masterminding this plot and trying to set me up. Because
We'll do it.
Really, that quickly? I didn't even have to try very hard.
You helped us out when we needed it. You're our
We're
friend.
friends. Yes.
Of course. Yes, you are my friends. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Are you
Of course.
you gonna hide out here, or do you have somewhere safe to go? Or
I don't really have anywhere safe to go, but I'm worried that if someone's trying to set me up, maybe they'll send assassins or thugs to
Well-
capture me.
Perhaps you can stay in one of our rooms. I can leave Dax with you.
Dax gives you a questioning look.
You're the strongest of all of us, so if anyone's going to protect him, it's you.
Oi there, Kaeko says. I mean, Dax is pretty strong, but I'm pretty strong as well.
Kaeko,
You're
you're
so
going to
strong.
argue with the cat.
No, I'm going to argue with you about the cat.
The cat was the one that said it was the strongest.
You're very strong. Just leave him here. We'll just drink with him. It's a good idea, love. I wouldn't mind. Prolix, have you ever had 1,000 gold piece wine? I can't say that I have.
well, you gave us a drink when we stayed with you. You should have a drink while you stay with us.
Yeah, drink the fuck up,
Just-
Kaeko will say, and start pouring the beverage.
Oh my god.
We'll get to work, pour a drink, Zenada will say as her echo goes over and pours him a drink.
And Dorlen will take his scarf that he uses as his component for disguised self. Be like, here, just in case you need it. And he'll put it over Prolix. If anybody comes around, just hide.
Just like kind of a thing. Nice.
I look completely different, do I?
Yes, you
Where
could
did
say that
Prolix
for
go?
sure.
I'm right here, friend. I'm right in front of it's me, Prolix. What do I
right,
look like?
Right. Just you look like somebody with a very good sense of fashion.
Mm.
Am I a lady now? I don't feel different.
You don't need to be a lady to enjoy a scarf.
No, but
It's
it helps.
just a regular scarf.
Oh, it's not a magical scarf. I thought
No.
you said. I thought it was. Well,
No.
now I feel foolish. I think it's time to drink.
It's good. It'll get the edge off. Take the
Just
edge off.
stay here with them, and they'll take care of you. And we'll look at Kaeko and Bodhi.
Oh yeah, we'll take care of him just fine.
Zenada, you coming too?
You
No.
think that
Okay.
I'm gonna not watch this? No. Besides, I'm apparently the bartender. Twice removed. Twice over?
I mean,
No,
at least nobody
fair-
was
fair
missing
enough.
out.
Mm-hmm. Besides,
Well, perhaps in that case, we should go see your friend.
Yeah,
Bookkeeper
let's go,
Time.
and Dorlen will walk out the door.
Where exactly
And then
are we
come back
going,
in.
Dorlen?
Wait, where are we going?
to
Yes.
the Omnivore Library in Sigil.
To the Omnivore Library.
Yeah, close enough. They'll probably. I mean, for a
probably
little
isn't
while
one.
there was a pop-up installation at the art museum called the Omnivore Library, but it didn't last very long.
Well, hopefully it hasn't moved.
The Omnivore Library has not, so that is what you should be going to. The other
What is
one,
this? What is this library actually called?
the Omnivore.
Omnivon?
Omnival.
The Omnivore Library.
Okay.
Omnivore.
It is not a real word, so I'm just kind of trying to. I was
Omnivore?
trying to pick
Isn't
up
it a
context.
real word? Let's find out.
Maybe
What is
it's not. Sorry, it's not a common word.
No, it's not. It's someone had a dictionary. Omnivore. It is a prescription drug. I'll tell you that. I just googled that. You know what? To be fair,
Product placement.
it's
Oh,
is it literally just a Omnivore? What does it do? Omnivore generic is
what?
supplementation.
Omni,
It's
isn't that like all and then nouveau?
Aceta. So it's acetaminophen, or really?
Not
Omnivore-
sponsored, could be sponsored.
How do you use Omnivore? A second generation histamine H1 receptor antagonist used against the treatment of allergic rhinitis, and
So I don't think it's a
urticaria.
real word, but you're correct. So omni does mean everything, and val comes from Old Norse, which means choice or to choose. So it is all choices library.
Okay. Meanwhile, they actually just like basically were like, all right, you need to go to the Temple of Zoloft.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Is it an ancient wizard or an antidepressant? Tell me now.
Oh my
Parthenax,
gosh.
Concerta.
That's a game, yeah. We
I
should
love
we
that.
should play games like that for an extra life.
Yeah. It was
I
like,
would
what
love
was it?
to see like
Yeah.
quiz games on this channel
Yeah.
where like you just quiz the cast with stuff like that.
I'd do it.
No one's allowed to look anything up. You have to just know
Yep.
stuff. Oh, that's
Yep.
very good.
That's great.
Stressful.
That's so great.
You got to get Traz and Random to write some that are actually like about the campaigns, and we have to then answer
Oh my God.
questions
Oh,
about the
no.
campaigns. we
No,
fit
no,
in.
no, 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 no. Don't do
Oh,
that.
shoot.
All right, that's a to-do. Don't let me forget, Traz. I know you're watching. All right. All right.
Cool.
So, now I'm thinking of like my prescription.
What's your
medications.
friend's name?
Bookkeeper Keim.
Kind.
Bookkeeper Keim. Bookkeeper Kyle.
Book.
Okay, I think I got it. Let's go.
That's okay. We just won't let him talk, and then
Thank
we'll
you
be
so
able
much, Xarria.
to...
I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Not let me talk.
Well, at least to
Do you have a
introduce-
silence spell or
Or-
something? Like, what's wrong with
Perhaps.
me talking?
I have a lot of spells I've never used on you, Dorlen.
I think you could probably. He's gonna lean in and say in abyssal to you. You could probably use a sock or infernal. Which is it that you two speak? I forget.
Infernal, I believe.
Okay, then he'll say
Infernal, I
an
think.
infernal.
Yeah.
You'll probably just put a sock in him.
She'll say it back. That would probably work too, but this one was way it was a little more
Hey, you don't gotta start
Scared him a
yelling
little
at
bit
me with
more.
that creepy language, all right? Let's go.
Sabina does speak
Sprechen Sie Deutsch,
Infernal.
Frau
She
liebe
learned
Frau?
it,
yeah, right.
and will giggle and probably give away a little bit at Prolix's comment.
Mon Dieu! You speak infernal?
Yes, Xarria taught me.
Oh, that is so impressive.
She'll say, "I also speak Abyssal in Abyssal."
Oh,
And then in deep speech, I've always been better at languages spoken than reading.
what is deep speech? Because we've determined that infernal is French and abyssal
Okay.
is German,
Okay.
or it's like Scandinavian death metal. But what
Right.
would
See,
be
that feels like deep speech to me.
does deep speech? Are you sure it just wouldn't? Deep,
Oh,
sounds like-
fair.
you know, deep speech is just Cockney. Oh no, that's Goliath.
Oh my gosh.
That's giant.
What about Spanish?
Oh, not.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français?
Oh
That's
my
infernal.
God.
That's
So very
infernal. Right?
Spanish.
It's New Zealand. 9 is
No, that's
German
the
for
drow.
now.
Well, drows speak undercommon, or no, drows speak undercommon, not deep speech, right?
See, there you go. That's the difference. So
Yeah,
what is it like?
undercommon has to be New Zealand.
So what is yeah, I was about to say Undercommon's New Zealand. We'll figure it out. I feel like either that or infernal or abyssal is a Russian, or it's like one of those like Eastern European languages. Do spidanya. Like that sounds very like
Yeah, the ones that you have to speak down here all the time, otherwise it sounds wrong.
no, it's fair.
I didn't know you were playing Dasha in this game.
Dasha.
Dasha just speaks deep speech.
It's true.
Meow. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a very very impressive, Sabina. It's a hard language to learn. It's amazing to see that you have such a tongue for languages. You are going to be very, very popular at the Allegiance of Allsight. But I will say, I've noticed that you've been spending a lot of time with the Cobalt Soul.
Oh yes, I liked. I'm sorry, Prolix. I do like you, and you're a very good friend.
I like you
But
too.
I
You're very
do-
nice.
Well, I like that. The Cobalt Soul, doesn't have as many gates to get to their knowledge, and as it turns out, I apparently have a history with them, and I was unaware. But one helped me when I was very young, and I suppose I'm trying to pay it back now.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, soon I will have another debt to pay off to you. I appreciate this.
I don't think friends necessarily have to track debts.
It's very comforting.
She's right. Let's go.
I think we're
Thank-
going now.
Thank you, friends.
And
I
we'll always
appreciate
help you
it.
if you need something. No matter who we on paper are with.
Thank you. But I think the only thing that I need is your help right now. And another drink, Kaeko will say and pour that in. Come on, drink up, Tangerine. It's not so bad.
There you go, Prolix. And she'll slap him on the back. And we'll be back.
You better do what she says. She's very feisty. I am. Don't look at me. I'm
Okay.
just the bartender.
I'll kind of.
And you leave the 5 of them with the duplicate?
kind of look back and be like, I think this might be the first time I actually have a little bit of remorse about not being left behind. That looks like fun. Oh well, let's go. Let's make our own fun.
Of course. It's never a dull moment with you around, Dorlen.
Thank you. And we'll look at Sabina. Remember, I do the touching.
And we'll do the talking? At least the introductions. You're not the best with names.
Wait, I get your names right.
Yes, now.
All right. Well, I'll try.
Right. As long as you've tried. That's all we can ask of
I
you.
don't know what I'll be trying, but I'll try.
Oh, good lord.
All right. You make your way across town. It's beginning to be some of the later hours. Darkness has fallen over the land, and the ever-burning torches have been turned on, casting the streets into long shadows, still brightly lit, though. It's a colorful night with no end of people for you to move through the throng as you make your way over to the Sigil District. You make good time, and before long you'll find yourself in front of the Omnival Library. Tanstone columns and appointed archways form the circumference of this enormous tower on the northeast side of the Sigil District. You can practically smell the knowledge from here. The vanillin, the old saved paper, the dust.
Oh, this was definitely the right choice.
As you approach... Oh, please, continue.
I'm no longer regretting coming.
Well, I'm glad because you're here now.
As you enter, you're going to feel the sound of your footsteps echo around you. Now, it is a library, and because of that, there are many, many people here studying. Many workers going around keeping the shelves stocked, although not as many as you probably would hope. It's one of those places where there's never enough help, even with, like, you know, work-study programs at local universities, things like that. It's not quite as... There's always work to be done in a place of this magnitude. And as you enter, you will see signs that basically like kind of outline what you're allowed to do here, plaques. Although if you've been around the city for a little while, anybody who wants to know a little bit about this place can make me a history roll to see if they know any of the rules just by heart.
I'll try. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. My history is a 19.
Oh, good. So you know that, well, this place is actually pretty fancy. What you're going to know right now is that texts from all across Xarria line the walls here. There is so much knowledge housed inside of this roof that it is almost preposterous. However, you also know that any individual is welcome to borrow anything from the library, so long as they receive special approval from the Allegiance of Allsight for anything that is esoteric or delicate. Besides that, there is basically like a library card system, like a lending library system. You're allowed to take things out to enjoy it to your heart's content. And inside of here, it is an absolute wonder. As you are walking around inside of here, you will see that well, everything between the vaulted gold ceiling and the smooth marble floor here is full of tomes, books, shelves, staircases with magical lifts providing access to the highest shelves. We're basically talking like they don't even have like the ladders that slide across rungs. They basically have like these little step pods that kind of go kind of moving up and down silently, as well as a plethora of weathered wooden desks, colorful cushions, many of which are arranged around the floor, kind of like a college study space in a library. And at any time of day, you see 24 people within line of sight studying. So, walking in, you know that you are allowed to borrow things and so on, but what do you do?
Okay. Wow, this is very impressive.
Mm-hmm. And you can take them out.
You can, yes.
That's amazing. Maybe I misjudged Allsight.
Well, they both definitely were places with libraries. I didn't know that for a fact. But perhaps while we're here, we should get a library issue
yes,
card.
Are you supposed to go to like a front desk and I suppose someone that we can ask to see Kaim?
Probably. I'm not sure actually what his status is. I don't think we asked Prolix.
Bookkeeper Kaim.
Bookkeeper Kaim, thank you. Oh, perhaps you do remember more than I give you credit for, Dorlen.
Oh, I also did a history check.
Nice, what'd you get?
The library. I rolled a nat 20, so 29.
Holy
I
crap.
saw your face. I was like, what?
So
What did
you
get?
actually came in here to pick up some books when you were studying a couple of weeks ago and actually have a book
Yes.
on the eccentricities of planetary alignments and their effects on tidal flow. Subtitle with and further ramifications on thermodynamics and clockwork principles.
Just some light reading.
It's light reading. It's bedtime stuff, really.
Yeah.
I need to actually return a book, so it's quite convenient. I might have forgotten to bring it back if we didn't come here.
Oh, you've been here before.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
convenient.
take out a book from his little pouch, just like whoosh. I'll show it.
It's got a bunch of like reading tabs in it.
All right, I suppose I misjudged you. You can go right ahead, I suppose. You're probably the best person to
Haha.
talk in this instance, and Because you've bought a book before and such.
So Dorlen will head up in to return the book and check out a new one.
Okay. You will find a. What are you feeling like for other books?
Oh, there should be a random chart for this.
There is a random chart. Are you going to the old section or the new section?
New.
Okay. So going up to the librarian at the desk and handing it over, it is.
Oh no, wait. We were looking for antiquities. He'll like stop himself halfway. Just like, wait, old.
Okay. Old. So you will find a book called Calamity, Divergence, and Calamity, Divergence, and Vestal Virgins is one book you'll find. It's a romance novel that was written right after the Calamity.
Oh.
Widely panned out of bad taste. The equivalent of a romance novel set around, like, 9/11. Like, it's like that type of, like, why would you do this?
Yeah. Is that fiction?
I don't know. I should hope so. Well,
I mean, it makes
maybe
it
not.
a little bit less interesting if it's all fiction. Anyways, shall we find Bookkeeper Kame?
Kyle. Bookkeeper Kyle.
No, I do think it's Kame.
Okay.
Kame?
Kime?
Kime? Kime?
Shh. Some people from near you hush you.
Oh. I
I'll
think I'm
give
still
them
a
an
little
eye.
drunk. I'm sorry.
And give them a little eye and then shush me. I'm a professor. And he'll try and go and return the book and look for somebody who works here.
As you turn the corner, you are going to make me a dex check, please.
Oh no.
All of us or just him?
Nope, just him.
Check. So that will be 14.
14? All right, so you are not going to fall down, but you are going to round a corner and bump straight into another gnome.
Oh.
Slamming bodily, he is going to make a check for me, and that he is going to actually fall to the ground and drop several books.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Shh. Quiet.
I'm sorry. I will try
It's
and
all-
help.
Oh hey,
Put them
you're
together.
the gnome from earlier today. He says and looks up at you. He's kind of a very, very young looking gnome. I'd say like college age, very bright, ruddy cheeks, curly blonde hair.
We're
You're,
meeting now for the very first time.
Oh, you look really familiar. I'm really sorry.
I get that a lot.
Have I seen him around, or have Xarria or I seen him around?
Yeah.
I want you to do me a favor. Roll me a d20, both of you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, what were you doing, Dorlen,
17.
17.
when we weren't all together?
Okay. Yeah, you've seen
14.
him around the place, and like Xarria, like kind of vaguely familiar. Sabina, you absolutely have seen him go in and out of your building before. Xarria, you've seen him like outside a few times. You think he probably lives at least in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
He's a cute little gnome guy. You know. But as you're looking around, can I get everyone here to make me a perception roll?
Sure.
Lucky 7.
26.
Oh, not good.
Not good?
15?
15? That's plenty. That's all you need.
No, 14.
27.
27. God. Okay. 14. Okay. So
Expertise in perception is a badass trick.
it's so good. So Xarria, as you're looking around, you're going to see that of the books that have
Wait,
spilled.
sorry, I lied.
Oh my goodness.
It's 29.
Oh no.
I'm plus 12.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So looking around, Xarria, you are going to see that one of the books that has fallen off of his stack when he fell is a copy of Tusk Love.
Oh,
Yep.
I've heard of this before. I'm going to actually pick it up.
Oh yeah, it
And,
is. It looks trashy as hell. It's
that's
great.
nice.
It's got a fully painted cover with like big throbbing orc on the cover.
Oh.
Sabina
looks-
is blushing.
Interesting.
Sabina, with your perception
flip through
roll, his thread count of his shirt is 300, less around the underarms. And you are going to take a look around and see that he has several books, a lot of books on engineering. And one book you are going to notice immediately is Thermoconductivity and Arcane Foci by Dorlen Wildrock.
Oh, what that book?
Sorry,
That one looks interesting. She'll help stack a bunch of them and then put that one on top. Like, this book looks very interesting, and kind of make an eye at Dorlen and kind of like tilt it so that he can see it.
Thank you. It just came out this year.
Oh, really? Interesting. Is that what you're studying?
I am. I'm here on an internship for my graduate degree, doing a little bit of a broad studying to see, what non-gnomes study. It's kind of useless, to be honest. No offense, but anybody taller than me isn't really. They're too far away from the material, really. That's why I can't wait to get back.
You said it came out this year, Kelly?
Yes, I did.
Do I
Interesting.
recognize the book?
No.
Yes, I suppose that is an opinion to have.
I didn't write that.
Well, you look. Hold on, and he'll flip through the book to the back page and hold up a picture, like kind of hold it up. And I thought it was you. You're Professor Wildrock, right? And there is a picture of you in the back of the book, and you look good, clean, shaven.
What?
Your mustache is curled and waxed. Your hair is quite nice. And you're dressed very expensively. Like in a smoking jacket type of professorial outfit.
Wow, Dorlen, you clean up very nice.
Oh, that is a very
That's a
lovely
lie.
picture of you.
That I do not. What is? I mean, well, sorry. Yes, yeah.
I'm sorry. So, what was your name?
Oh, me?
I think we live in the same building, but we haven't met.
That's fair.
Oh, yes.
I'm Snippick. Snippick Kinglegard.
Oh,
Kinglegard, sorry,
lovely-
Kinglegard.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, Christa's asking, is it Stitpick?
Snippick.
Snitpick. Okay.
Snip.
oh, snip, pick.
Kinglegard.
Snip. Hold on, let me just double check. My writing's awful. My name is Snipnick. Snipnick. Like a slip,
Snipnick.
like a slip Nick. Like Nick's wearing a slip. And it's Kinglegard.
Oh, Slipnick. Slip.
No, it's Snipnick. It's like Nick.
Oh
It's
my
like Nick got
God.
snipped. I'm sorry. Just call him Snippy, okay?
Okay.
Kinglegard. It's Kinglegard, okay?
Okay, I got Kinglegard. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Snipnick. My name is Sabina. This is Xarria. And this is Professor Dorlen Wildrock.
Oh my God, Professor! I've sat in a couple of your I've audited a couple of your lectures. It's really hard to get into them. It's so nice to meet you in person. I thought it was you. Are you here doing like
Snipnick? Snipnick, I'm sorry. When did you attend these lectures?
Well, I've been here for about 4 months, so I guess it was 7 months ago.
Does that sound right?
No. What wizardry is this? Like, what? I have not done a. I am so confused. Okay, I have had too much to drink.
Oh, you're celebrating. I guess. Oh, actually, Professor, I'm still new to Ankarel. If you know a place like a good gnomish district or a good gnomish club, I really miss Hupperduke. And really looking forward to getting my crunk on.
Oh, is there anything like that around town?
I want you to make me a history roll.
Oh, I can do that. That would be a 23.
Yeah, there's a club that you know of called Deep, Deepe. The Deep. That is a gnome-only club. Halflings can go there as well. Anybody can go there, but it's only 5-foot ceilinged. And they have a lot of lighting rigs and things like that, so anybody above 4 feet is not going to have a great time. It is literally like a cave underneath the place that turns into a real party place. Like, it's like a frat party down there. It's pretty great, actually. Like,
they do a reasonable facsimile of fuse too.
Yeah, they do. And their music is also fusion.
Oh.
Ah.
But sorry. You've sat in on my lectures within the last 7 months.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there was a lecture on how could I forget? It was about the sustainability of bags of devouring combined with organic matter, and how we could use that to clean up the streets and to make a constant, basically just to keep Hupperduke clean. Industrial runoff, things like that could be put into bags of devouring. There's a big push for it.
That does sound like something you would come up with, Dorlen.
I mean, I'm impressed. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a fan, right? Like,
well,
you...
I mean,
what?
Yes, I admire your work greatly.
Okay, what? How? I haven't been in Hupperduke. Like, for quite some time. Wait, hold on. I'm still a professor? Like, I'm not wanted?
Wanted in what regard, sir? I know, there was that business with your brother, that he was, you had a falling out or something, because he was suspected of some criminality, but he was run out of town.
Oh my goodness, Dorlen. Did your brother swap places with you?
I feel like my life is a lie.
Oh,
Sorry.
Gain a point of inspiration, Chris.
Yes, but good, yes.
And Xarria, you get advantage on your next persuasion roll after studying Tusk Love for the last 10 minutes.
oh, thank you.
What?
Oscar.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of listening.
So he.
I'm so naked for you.
Oh, Oscar. Your brother.
Xarria, put that book down. This is more dramatic than
I'm
whatever's in
sorry.
there.
It really is, Xarria.
So
I was kind of listening. I'm sorry.
Oh, that.
He's pretending
Does
to
this
be
mean
you.
he didn't? What? You said my brother got ran off. Ran out of town. Why? What did he do?
I don't know. I just know that there was some trouble with the law, or that you had a disagreement. There's the university fan page has some argumentative reasoning behind it. I mean, we really don't care. He was kind of a loser, right? I mean, you're the actual scientist. You're not actually your brother in disguise, right?
No. I am the real Dorlen Wildrock. At least I think I am.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Well, Dorlen Wildrock is the head of the artificer department in Upperduke.
I'm the head?
Well, he's the chair. I mean, technically there's a dean above him, but I mean, I had to get my work study approved by him.
So you've spoken to him?
Yes?
And he seems like this, but less scruffy.
He's very clean.
Does he sound like that?
He sounds like a really cool guy.
Oh.
I am.
He's the type, like, I only met him for a minute. There was a group conversation and his secretary did most of the work, but he came and he sat on the table and talked to us and was all like sitting on the table being like, you know, hey guys, I think that doing this type of studying is really important and it's good to stretch your legs and see the world and go out there and give her. And like he did that cool thing where he kind of like does the finger guns and the wink.
Snipnik.
Yeah.
I don't know if that sounds like Dorlen.
No, he sounded cooler than this Dorlen.
I promise you this Dorlen's much
brutal.
cooler. Show him your
Okay.
armor, Dorlen.
Finger guns. Oh, my armor. Yes. Does the other Dorlen have my armor?
What armor?
Well,
I wrote my
let's
thesis
kill
on
him
it.
first.
Oh, yeah, and... wait, but I've improved it.
Oh, did you turn it on?
I'll turn it on and I'll do like a little like flourish and a spin as it's like the plates are attaching. This is
Yes.
more important.
Put it on quieter, Dorlen.
Clang, 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 clang.
And you're gonna hear like footsteps coming your way as an orc rounds the corner. Excuse me. You need to be quiet.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Do you know where Professor Bookkeeper Chaim is?
I'm Bookkeeper Kaim.
We've
Oh.
come to see you.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
Prolix sent us?
Have you
Yes.
been drinking?
I haven't.
Potentially. But it doesn't change our mission.
Snipnik, get back to... Take those books out and get out of here. You need something?
We'll talk later.
Yeah, sure thing, sir. I mean, Professor...
Maybe
Whoever-
I should tell him. Well, perhaps not.
Can I quickly just grab Snipnik? Just kind of like put a hand on his shoulder, not like grab him, but like
Okay.
put a hand, like put a hand to his shoulder. Yeah, exactly. Snipnik, we're terribly sorry to have panicked you like this. Perhaps we will run into each other at the apartments. Yes.
Yes.
I have a very big kitty that you can cuddle. He's got big
Oh, yes.
tusks. He's very.
He's very good.
No,
Very good at cuddling.
I'm
Oh no,
sorry,
you're
I'm sorry.
allergic. You're allergic. I'm so sorry. I won't bring Dax around because I know you're allergic, and I'm terribly sorry.
Oh,
Are you
you know.
allergic to flowers?
It depends on the flower. Probably not.
Okay. And she'll take one out and like make it sort of bigger and a big pretty
Oh,
thing.
thank
Be
you.
Like, here you go.
Oh, thank you. That's very lovely. I'm
It's
allergic.
chamomile. You can make a tea out of it.
Oh, that's really good. Well, I'm gonna need to sleep after this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not allergic to. I wasn't sure if you meant like flowers or like flowers, because I'm gluten intolerant.
Oh, okay. Good. There's
Oh.
lots of very good non-wheat options in
Yes,
this
yes,
town.
there are plenty of alternatives inside of Anchorel. Do you need to
So
talk or
sorry.
what?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Bye, Snipnik.
Oh, I guess I'll see you around. It's...
Okay, absolutely adorable. I
Oh,
love
I drew it
Slipknot.
half the pollen off
Very
of it.
good. Oh!
Well, it's mostly because you grabbed him and you have Dax fur all
Oh,
over
no,
you.
I did.
As someone with
Spray,
cat allergies, I
spray,
know the way it works.
Spray.
Oh, right.
All right. Hey, all right. If you need to speak, come with me around the corner.
Oh, yes. Prophecies.
Yes. Well, I do also have this book to return.
Nice. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that too. Just come with me.
Can I take this book out too?
Yeah, sure. That's not actually one of ours. I think that was it looks like a personal copy.
Oh. Well, can I have it then? Can I buy it from you?
It's not my... No,
I think it might have been Snipnik's.
Oh, well, I'll have to return it to him later.
Fine, otherwise we can just put it in the lost and found or something. Come with me.
Okay.
He'll walk you around the corner to a small office that's not 100 feet away. And heads inside where you see it's just piled with scrolls and notes and indexes and ledgers. And there's 2 chairs there, not 3, on the other side of his desk. All right, you need to talk to me about something. He's quite a large orc, but fairly like thinly built. He's like what you imagine if like an orc that went to play football at university, then decided that he just wanted to study, so kind of tapered down, but very broad-shouldered, but with no meat filling out the ribs or the body or anything, but just very triangular. He'll sit down across the desk and... All right. What do you need to talk to me about? You're looking for me in particular?
Yes, we were mentioned that you were the person to talk to.
About antiquities. Items taken from Kael Morrow?
That you had perhaps a book or a ledger on them?
Yeah, I do. But what are 3... I'm guessing all of you are members of the Cobalt Soul?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
You
think
got-
yeah.
You got that
Well,
smell on you.
You're a friend of Prolix, though,
Do
right?
I? What does that smell like?
Smells like second best.
Oh. Oh, well, in any case, your friend Prolix is in a bit of trouble, and we are trying to help him.
Prolix. Will that old kook get up to now?
That's the problem. He didn't.
No, it's exactly.
Huh.
But somebody's trying to frame him for something.
All
Well,
right.
He thinks somebody's trying to frame him. So, but he suggested that you, being his friend, might be able to help identify where. Look around. He'll just
Yeah.
put his hand in his pouch.
Well, normally I'd be working
ring.
at the front. The what?
He'll bring out the ring.
Can I see that?
Be careful with it, but yes.
Interesting. Normally I'd be working at the front desk. He caught me at a good time. Well, let me take a look through this. Prolix is a good guy. I'm happy to help him with anything
yes.
you might need. And he did mention you. Be honest, I'm not a member of the Allsight either. So that little jab about the Cobalt Soul was mostly just, I don't know, checking you guys. Give me a sec, okay? I'll go through some of my ledgers. And he pulls out like big plume of dust comes off the desk.
Am I
That's
am I able to kind of look over his shoulder and backseat go over the ledgers in an actual helpful way?
Yeah,
Ooh.
sure. Sure, you can
Awesome.
totally try.
I have got a scholarly background, so this
You
is
can
like
make me an investigation
Oh.
check, actually.
awesome.
And I'll tell
Yes.
you...
23.
Oh, damn!
Ooh.
This is the Dorlen episode.
Oh no, I am sorry. That's 26.
You want to spend your determination?
You know what? Let's do it. Let's
Make
do
it
it. Let's
30.
nail this. Let's make it 30. Or yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
it would be.
proficiency in
Do you want to use your
proficiency is
flash of
cool.
inspiration to make it a 34?
Oh my god.
It's actually 35.
Do you want to make it a 35, you jackass?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Damn it. Okay. God.
Oh, I see how you've organized this. Yeah, that's a really efficient system, especially like you got a little. Is this sort of like the Dewey Decibel system, like but attached to different items?
Yeah, I've heard about that
Instead
in
of
Upper
books?
Duke. You've got the Dewey Decibel system for the Dewey's speaker systems.
Oh, that one too. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually kind of the inspiration for the Kaeko box.
Kaeko box?
One of his inventions.
You know, one of the guys down at the market was talking about a Kaeko box, but I think he was talking about something different. Some weird tiefling from back in Wildmount.
Bodhi.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you know the guy? Yeah, seemed like a nice guy. Weird accent. Kind of a pervert.
Yeah.
He's a nice pervert, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
No, he's got that kind of
nice.
like Wildamounty charm to him. I think you probably know what I'm talking about, though. Is it Wildemount or Wild? I can never know how to pronounce Wildemount or Wildmount. It's Wildmount,
Usually
right?
Wildmount, yes.
Why? Your spelling's so weird.
Why do they have the E?
It's said different places. Everyone says it's a little different.
See, I've only
depending on
ever...
where you go.
Prolix is the problem, really, because he's Wildemount. Like, it's a thing. Anyway. Let's see, though. Yeah, you're right. This is, let's see. So, looking through here, and you take a look through it. With helping him, Dorlen, you're going to be able to see really easily that the records contain only one mention of a ring. The inventory of an expedition from 2 months ago, which were staffed by agents Anbara Flintbreaker and Idris Lornan. And led by Professor Limmy Wist. The log indicates the group was accosted by a thief on their way back to the surface, but whatever was stolen from them is missing from the record. You'll also see a bit of extra information as you're flipping around looking through these ledgers. You are going to see that there's a group called the Sentinels of Memory. There are notes spread throughout of them talking about how they're a new faction established around the time the project to explore the sunken ruins began. Documents assert that Sentinels of Memory believe the so-called Undertemple is a prison meant to keep something sealed away.
Weren't these the people that we thought might have tried to assassinate us?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
All right. These Sentinels of Memory.
Oh.
Where can we find them?
I'm not 100% certain. But let's, what else do we have here? So, that's not all you pulled. With a 35, you get an info dump. I'm sorry. Looking around some of the things, you also see that...
Dump on me.
I'm gonna... God. Ruidium, the name coined by the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream to identify the reddish mineral found in the ruins of Kael Morrow, has entered the academic lexicon. The extent of its properties is yet unknown, but reports say that the mineral produces a red crystalline vein and other substances, inorganic and organic alike, when they remain in long-term contact with it. And
I'll look at Sabina's hand. Look away. Continue reading.
As you were looking through
Finder.
the expedition report, you beat the DC for this investigation check by 3.5 times its required amount. So I normally don't tell you DCs, but you beat DC 10 with a 35. So there you go. You're going to notice a pattern immediately. Like, you're going to look at this with, like, limitless type of graphics popping up around you, like math equations, and, like,
I'm
you're
thinking,
Sherlock.
like that confused.
Yeah,
math,
like Sherlock.
Except for I understand it.
You're Sherlocking this. You are Sherlocked. Some of the expedition logs and inventories of recovered items have been redacted or left unfinished. You are going to notice that all of these records are from expeditions led by one Limley Wist.
Limley Wist.
Limley Wist.
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 I like Wist.
W-I-S-T.
W-I-S-T. Well, that's suspicious.
What's suspicious, Dorlen?
Well, all of the expeditions that have been run into trouble have all conveniently been led by the same person.
Oh. Suspicious, indeed.
Well, even if they didn't do this or aren't involved, they probably have a good idea of who has been targeting them.
It's true.
So I'd like to assume innocence. No, this is pretty sus. I'm not assuming innocence. I think they're involved.
He's a little
You are also going to, with that, I'm just going to cut to the chase on this. You can also see that there is like a bunch of connections between some of these artifacts. It seems like these were expeditions led by this Limley Wist, I should say, that were also, a lot of these were signed off by a particular professor inside of Kael Morrow, who's been working on restoring the library and reading room, actually right next to where you were. It is a professor named Galeocadra. Pardon me, Cairda. Galeocerda. Which I am going to put in our chat real quick because it is quite a name. So it's
for those note takers.
That's roughly how that one's spelled, and then it is Galeocadra. Okay.
Galeocadra. Do either of those names sound familiar?
Together? Galeocadra?
Galeocadra. Yeah, it's all just one word. It's all one name. It sounds elvish to you. But besides that, Limlywist, I hate that it has an L in it at the end because Limlywist is just way better. We're gonna say that it's Limlywist from here on in, I've decided.
Well, it looks like Limmel.
So it
does look like Limmel.
Does it look like Limmel?
Yeah.
Just because like you wouldn't in English you wouldn't normally say the E when it's MLE.
Maybe hold on. I'm gonna check and see if they are.
Limley sounds correct because Limmel sounds like a silly name, but Limley does actually sound like a name considering
like
the names
Gimli
in this book. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But see, Gimli would be an I.
That's fair.
I spelled it with a Y, but
Nobody tosses a whist. Got it.
Nobody tosses a whist. Yeah. So Kimber greets at the desk. Yeah. So I guess maybe it is Limmel though. You know what? It's Limmy. From now on, it's gonna be Limmy. That's what we're doing.
Limmy.
It's Limmy with a capital I at the end. It's Limmy.
Well, I
Yeah,
just picked.
right?
So what I've highlighted my book a lot. So what it looks like to me, just a quick glance, is that like the L is kind of fused in my mind when I look at it.
It could be, yeah.
So yeah, and I keep thinking Lemmy Winks. Yes, you're right, chat. Anyway, thank you for the derailment here. I'm gonna leave this in. I'm not gonna edit this out.
That's great. I love it. It's moments like these that are just so real.
It's true. So you are not, just the raw. You are not going to know of that name at all. It has not really come across you. I don't think you met them at all.
Okay.
But with a 35, I am going to say... Let's see, that is not there. Documents, the ring. Yeah, so it's not going to say what the ring does. With 35, though, you're going to get that extra connection.
Okay. So what I think is that this is really suspicious that it keeps happening on Wisp's thing, and then also Galeocadra, or I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, Galeocadra, whatever, keeps signing off on that. I think that they are moles or spies that are involved and might be linked to the people who tried to assassinate us in the dome. And now they're trying to frame Prolix for it.
Someone tried to assassinate you in the dome? Like
Yes.
the life dome?
Yes.
You were the ones who did that investigation for Prolix. He was talking about that. Looking into whether or not there were any tunnels, right?
Yeah. Which is right up the alley of these...
The Sentinels of Memory.
Sentinels of Memory.
Yes.
You know what? If I may, if the rumors are to be believed, if these Sentinels of Memory are really willing to do anything to keep Ankarel safe from whatever's below it. I wouldn't put it past them. I've also heard that they'd be going so far, well, I feel like they'd be going so far as to work with folks like the Vermilion Dream. So
We're
long
not
as
fans of them either.
Yeah, well,
Or
so
are
long
they
as...
not fans of us?
Well, they're not
I
fans of
think
the
it's
Allegiance of
mutual.
Allsight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to know more about this, you can hunt down, let's see, Anbara and Idris are both probably at the Crystal Chateau. They're researchers there. You could go question them, and Professor, is Professor Wist or just Wist? Yeah, Professor Wist should be there as well.
Where they wanted Prolix to gather his stuff.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Chaim, are you the key? Well, you're the bookkeeper. Are you the keeper of these items as well, or do you just track them?
I just track them. I like I said, I just work here. I'm not actually connected to the Allegiance, aside from that they pay me to chronicle stuff that comes into the city. What I can tell you is that thing's probably pretty valuable. You should keep it safe. You know, keep it and keep it between us. Like, keep it a secret. Because I ain't gonna talk about it. You ain't gonna talk about it.
We appreciate that greatly.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Limmy Professor Wist?
Yeah, she should be at the Crystal Chateau.
And is confronting her head on a good idea? Is she someone that is dangerous?
She's a magic user. The thing is, though, the Crystal Chateau... Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to suggest perhaps we should talk to either Anbara or Idris first and get a little more information on her and the expedition that they went on with her first. If they're perhaps not as entrenched in this mystery as Lemmy is. Lemmy is.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Well, if you head over there right now, I mean, students are usually there until close to midnight. You should be able to find them, hopefully. But, well, students, researchers, whatever you have it, I mean, they don't sleep. The question is, how are you all going to get into the Crystal Chateau? You ain't members.
But we do have our badges, I think. Did we have badges for Allsight?
Yep, the Allegiance of Allsight badges were given to you by the Cobalt Soul to help you get into the underground. So yeah, you absolutely
these ones
do.
work.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, those will probably get you. I don't think they'd handle like intense scrutiny like any of the professors, so you might want to kind of keep your distance from any of the higher ups, but that should get past the gate guards, no problem. Those guys don't get paid enough to give you trouble.
Excellent.
You gotta love capitalism.
Now, is there a way that we could get them to cause us less trouble in case we do run into something?
I mean, does your purse jangle?
It does.
Well, theirs don't.
Excellent.
Dorlen will pick up his bag of holding and try and jingle it, and it'll fail. Not really. But it has a lot in it.
All right. Well, I wish you the best. If there's some type of conspiracy inside the Allegiance of Allsight, and they're trying to pin it on somebody as benign as Prolix, if I may, those suckers deserve what's coming to them.
He was probably very convenient.
Yeah, good
Don't
guys
like to
are.
see his kindness. His kindness treated this way.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, y'all be careful, all right?
Thank you so much for your help. Kind.
Mhm.
Bookkeeper Kyle, it was great to meet you. And Dorlen will extend his hand.
All right, good to meet you, Professor Mildcock.
How long have you been holding on to that one?
Dorlen just right over his head. But well done, Kelly.
Oh my god.
Like,
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you.
I mean, Bookkeeper Kime. You're just.
Did you say
He
I did
turns absolutely brown through the cheeks. Like, that green just goes...
Perfect.
I see you've read
Pardon
that
me.
book. You enjoy...
I just started it, but it's really quite good.
Yes, it is. It is a very good book.
oh, here. And Dorlen will give him the book that he was returning.
He will just kind of cross his legs and... well, if you ever
Oh, no.
would like to have a book club about it, we could talk more after this conspiracy business.
That sounds like a great idea. We should start a book club. And it'll help us teach Kaeko how to read, and you too, Sabina.
Mhm.
Yes, I've been learning to read. Although I don't know if that book is quite up my alley.
It's certainly up mine.
Mm. That does sound lovely.
Something.
Well, it's important to read every kind of literature you run across, just so you have a wide range of words, especially when we're trying to teach you how to write and read. So it's it would be good exposure, no matter what it is.
Well, Miss Rainn, was it?
Yes.
You enjoy that book, and if you need to get it back, Mr. Slipneck is here a lot. I'd be happy to pass it off if you brought it back here. I work pretty late.
Excellent. Well, I'll definitely come back to talk to you about that after we're done.
That sounds lovely.
I look
Good
forward
luck.
to seeing you again.
Yes, I absolutely look forward to seeing you as well.
Thank
He
you.
smiles tuskily at you.
Excellent.
That was destructive. Take an inspiration too, because that was just awful. That was amazing.
Wait, who were you talking to?
To you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was like,
For-
No, he's talking to himself. Telling himself.
Take an
that he should
inspiration,
take one.
Kelly,
Fair
for feigning an erection.
Kelly, you are an inspiration.
Just
I thought
in
you were going to say,
general.
I am an erection.
You are an erection.
You are an erection.
Oh
You
my
are
Oh
the-
my god.
You are the weakest kink. Goodbye.
Mild cock.
Mild cock followed by that, right? Like,
Oh,
we're,
wow.
you know what? We're still keeping it about as mature as Critical Role, so we're all good. No shade. We're dirty bastards too. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. All right. Do you make your way over to the Allegiance of Allsight?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
believe that is our plan, yes.
Oof. All right. Let's do it. Quick check-in. Does anybody need a break?
Yes.
All right, so that sounds great. So, folks, we'll be back to investigate the Allegiance of Allsight after this quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks, because I need a break after that. That was ridiculous.
Hi,
the
chat.
slash.
Welcome to
Hello.
After Kelly.
Ooh,
Dork Tales After
Wow.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's died.
right?
No,
Yeah.
no. It's like after dark, trying to set them. See, this is why I don't run games. I don't think before I talk because I just get nervous and just blah.
This is why Dorlen's so good.
Dorlen is just
Uh,
oh.
Has
Yeah.
has Dragonlance cast been announced fully yet, or is it just Patreon?
Yes.
has been
It was
announced?
on the
Oh.
announcements. I'm
Yes, it
so looking
was.
forward to Dragonlance.
Aren't you? Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you excited? Are you super
Oh,
stoked?
Super excited for that. I know, like when Kelly was talking to me about the game, it was just like, yes, want to do Dragonlance, and then it was like I was just like, okay, Dragonlance, like 80s, like high fantasy. Like I was just like, the first thing that came to my mind was Dio's Holy Diver music video, and I was just like, that's a look.
Holy one Dio! It was me, Dio.
That is a look, and so I was like, okay, I think
I
that's
know, when I
what
got-
still on
when
my
I got
dress
the-
what I
form.
go with.
When I got the
Nice.
picture of the wig, it killed me.
Oh, the wig.
So
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
I could
it's
actually
gonna,
like slip that on quickly, if like a little sneak peek. If
Man,
anyone
maybe
wants
after
that. No,
game.
maybe
Maybe-
after.
Finishing
for
Robin's
Caitlan if you do
costume
a
this
show.
week.
Oh,
Oh my!
How you
So
doing?
yeah, it's gonna be real good. We were struggling for the longest time to find our fifth player for that, and it was when we were recording our first episode of They Came from Beyond the Grave, which all of you need to go to YouTube and watch it. It's a wonderful time,
so
and
good.
it's a system that nobody really knows about compared to D&D, so they're not watching it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, just go watch it. The episode's so good, and the thumbnail is so good. Like,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
so. But you needed to go watch it. But it was during our break. I mentioned Dragonlance in front because like Cal was guest starring in that episode.
Yep.
And I've been wanting to get Cal into some things for a while, but his schedule's really up in the air and he's always doing podcast stuff. And he did that thing where I'm like, yeah, because Dragonlance is dropping. He's like, whoa. There's Dragonlance? What do
Cal
you
is
mean?
Keanu Reeves. just
What do you
FYI.
mean there's Dragonlance?
Well, he is. Yeah.
And like he did that, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a new module. This, and you could, I have it on video because I actually sent a clip of it to the rest of the cast, and it was like, this is Cal when he realized that Dragonlance was coming back. How do you feel about like having like seeing if he wants to join? And it was like watching a kid learn about like Santa Claus or something like that.
Yup.
It was real because like you, Christa,
could
you've known
see the
Cal for
sparkle in
years,
his
so
eyes.
you were there when it happened. But it was just
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so
I've-
excited.
I've seen genuine joy in Cal, and that was genuine joy in Cal.
And his
I'm
character's
excited to game with him again. And one thing I got to point out about the advertisement, I love that you put his character's fingers like on his bow.
You know
'cause,
what?
like, each
Hold
of the
on.
character
I'm just-
art was done differently.
I'm just gonna
and,
put that. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
yeah, the what you did with his fingers and the
Oh,
Kender.
boy, did I?
Oh, what'd you do with his fingers?
Oh my.
Ooh,
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that on the stream.
You probably
We are. I just have to flag it for YouTube.
All right. But yeah,
May contain adult content.
May contain adult content, suggestive themes, and Dragonlance character ad,
Oh, it's so
Boop.
good.
and transform. Fit to screen. All right, you ready for this? It is gonna be on the screen in 5, 4, a 3. Ooh, should it come in as a Luma wipe, a fade, a stinger?
Oh,
I'm gonna say
show up.
I'm gonna say it's gonna come in as a Star Wars wipe. Ready?
Oh, very good.
There we go. Slide into our DMs.
Oh my goodness.
Waiting for it to come out.
Oh, there we go.
So there we go. Yeah.
Correct, Z. Ooh.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Everybody's looking good. Krista's doing the costumes for it.
One, only a part of one.
part of one. You're doing some of the costumes, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be fantastic. I have a couple more meetings with players this week. Jen is just over the moon about her character. She's so
Yeah.
excited, and I put a really sweet message up in Patreon. So anybody who saw that, I put a message up in Patreon about like why I picked everybody for the cast, and man, everybody's bringing something really good to the table. It's really great. Also, I'm redesigning. They took out of the final Kender edition of like the type of race that Robin's playing. They took out the ability that they had in the Unearthed Arcana stuff, where they find stuff that they have acquired legally.
Stuff that finds them. They're just holding on to it.
They're just holding on to it. Oh, this is so funny. But that used to be
the S word for it, or Chandra Magic will get after you.
It's true.
She's very particular about that.
So there was like just like a table for that, and they took it out. I don't like that. So at level 1 for Dragonlance, because it's a very, very damaging, very, and having read it now or skimmed it, holy crap, there's a lot of fighting and dungeons and stuff. Like, it is definitely the crunchiest module they've made since before Rime of the Frost Maiden. Like, it looks like it's going to be trouble. But
excellent.
But looking at that, everybody gets a feat at level 1. And I was talking to Robin. I'm like, well, because she's not a caster, she's like, oh, I can take toughness. I can take a couple other things. And I'm like, well, do you want me to build a feat that gives you that thing back? Because honestly, like having a random item you can pull out of your pocket, proficiency times a day, you don't know what it is, and I can just override it and say that it's what the plot needs, right? Like, oh, look, a lockpick set because you lost your other one, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a bar of soap because you smell like poop, you know.
and it's not totally unheard of, because there's an item that does that. There's a robe of useful things, right?
Exactly, right.
And you just pull small things out, and I think that's awesome.
But I feel like that ends up being about equivalent to like a +1 ability score bonus. Something like
Sure,
that,
yeah.
right? Which means that all I do is say, hey, here's the expert feat with that tacked on, because you're a Kender. Cool, you have sleight of hand and you have expertise in it. There you go.
Perfect.
Because you're light fingered, right? There you go. So boom, you're proficient. You're doubly proficient, and
but not
only
used
you're
for stealing.
But not used for stealing. No,
Nope.
never for stealing. For sometimes acquiring.
Magic tricks.
Yeah, but we'll talk more about Dragonlance later. I think that we are going to just continue game because it's going to be we got another hour plus in this. I think it's going to have some fun. This beat is sick.
It's gonna, as Robert Table said, imagine, if you will, having both dungeons and dragons.
Satan's
oh my
game.
Goodness. Satan's game.
Like it or not, your children are being lulled into the cult of Dork Tales presents Call of the Netherdeep.
Dork Tales presents Call of the Netherdeep and
Nice.
Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Boy, I have so many dumb things I need to make for this damn channel. I need more time.
I love it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Not enough time in a day.
It's really true. I also got to figure out what I have to run a side game, because we're not recording They Came From until December 1st, which means that the November like fill in the blank for Patreon hasn't been done. So unless Patreon wants to give me a couple of extra days to get that up, I feel like I should run something else. I'm not sure what it should be as a one shot. So
would an interview with like players or anything work for that?
Maybe I need to do a podcast with each of, well, not Christa, because that was already 3 hours of my life.
Yep.
We could do another one.
Love you.
I don't know, me too, but like we could do another one.
When you actually have a moment to breathe, we will do more.
You know what? I am so much less stressed than I was like 2 weeks ago, because last Tuesday I finished my drafts, and that was like 28,000 words that was overdue or something like that, and I was supposed to be 23. It was like I had to put that in my notes from my editor. I'm like, it's bigger than you expected, but I think it's all pretty decent. And yeah, you got to do a podcast on me too, Robin. So we'll do that. We also have to watch more Succession, because watch Succession. It's the technocracy. When do you have time? Shut up, Robin.
When she's going to be running Radiant Citadel.
And 6 patrons.
Soon.
Folks, if you want to watch Robin squirm, 6 patrons, and she starts, we have to order the art, and in 16 patrons, you get the game. In 6 patrons, you get Mage the Ascension, the Technocracy from Jen.
Oh.
Can I?
Well,
is there
your
a way to
friends.
sign up as a patron multiple times?
Yeah, totally.
Technically.
Totally, you can do that. Yeah. Just convince the rest of the Dork Tales team to throw like $100 in a month. That sounds good. Pay my rent. paying my student loans. Actually, I don't. Yay, my student. Oh, by the way, my $10,000 off got approved by the U.S. So I get my. Yay!
Hi, Raid.
Fun if you delayed or skipped. I'll talk to it. Oh, hello, Raid. Whoop. I want the Technocracy game too. I got to be a player. Some of you are already patrons. You're already wonderful patrons. Folks, I think it's about time for us to head back into game. Also, Blue Cottage D&D is a great name for a D&D channel.
It is.
I
I
think
want
it's
to
great.
live there.
Homey.
Can I live
like
there?
it. Yeah.
Cottage Core D&D.
Can you invite me to live
Right?
I thought that's why you moved over to the mainland, Christa. Like you're setting up your
I'm
own like.
working on it. Have I told you my plan? I am building. So we live on a swamp. My mother lives on 5 acres.
You live on a moor. You have moor bounders.
Yeah, this is true. We live in the moor. And my mom has considered she is allowed to build a garage, an external garage, with a living space above it without additional permitting, which is usually the really expensive stuff. So I'm gonna possibly build a little hag house out in the moors.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
But I'm gonna have it be fully smart home, but cottage core. So everything is just magic.
Which is just witchcraft?
It's just witchcraft. Like you can buy, I don't know if you can get them anymore, but they used to be little like Santa battery operated lights that you blew on and you would go and it would turn the candle on or off.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
So
wait, I've definitely heard of the candles you can blow on. Yes, yes.
And so I desperately need one of
Normally they
those for
turn
my
things
for,
on
like,
by
a
blowing 'em, yeah.
fireplace. Yeah, but I
that too.
definitely want a fireplace that you can go at, like you do that
Oh,
at the
yeah.
fireplace and it turns the fireplace on. Oh,
Well, you could
anyway.
you can
Amazing.
also like make your command like spirits of fire, turn on the flame.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
yes.
with one of those smart home
Yeah,
devices.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Satan.
I cast this.
All right.
Magic missile at the darkness.
Hopefully they will eventually allow you to change the command word one day, because then I will do it. I will say, "Hey, house."
Well, you just need to like date somebody who's really good at programming.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I am
to get
teaching
them to
myself.
redo it.
That's true.
I have
You
been
also
teaching myself it.
Calcifer, wake up. I don't
One of the,
like this.
Oh, no.
Yes. Just,
One of the
okay, Calcifer.
conspiracy theories.
Yes,
that,
scrap party at my house.
one of the
Come to Maple
conspiracy
Ridge.
theories on the Dork Tales conspiracy theory thread is that Christa is Dork Tales is just a front for Christa to slowly expand their polycool into having a entire household of nerds to play a full D&D game.
They already have that.
Yeah,
But do
one
they
of
all
them
live
is
I
only
hung
together
out with
yet?
them this weekend.
But do they
I
all
know,
live
that was
together
awesome.
yet?
They're very lovely
Two of
people.
them
by the
do.
way. Sorry that my
Good.
social battery in person is lower than it used to be. I was just like,
Nah,
I'm
it's all
like,
good.
there's a lot of people in a small space. They're all lovely
Yeah.
people. I'm gonna go fuck off now.
Yeah, if any of you guys are WoW fans, one of my partners, Cody, is Frankenex on Twitch, so you can go follow him. And
Remind me
he
to
plays WoW.
talk to you soon about Mr. Cody.
Ooh, interesting.
Because
Interesting. We'll talk.
we
We'll
talked
talk.
at your party a bit about things, and then we talked a lot more
Good.
when we had to go rescue people. Because
Yes.
yeah, that's another story.
That's another story. We won't worry about that one.
That's not for stream. That's not for stream.
That's
for
fine.
Discord.
Always a good
Discord.
time at the Dork Tales retreats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
yes.
Times, good times, good
Times.
times. Yes. Definitely. All right, so folks, has been our talk to the chat portion by accident. So
It was lovely.
with that, I think it is time for us to head back in to Call of the Netherdeep. Right now on the Tales of Dorks. And cool, I was just checking how many people we had because it never shows on my OBS. What happens on retreats? Hey, you can't tease us like that. Just some people got really drunk and I had to go carry them home. That's the extent of it. They got like super like 18, 19, 20-year-old kid drunk. And I was like,
Yeah,
are you
and we're not
kidding
that
me?
young anymore.
And so I got a message at like 2 a.m. saying like, hey, we don't recognize these people, do you? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So it's a thing. And then there was that talk on the drive home. I'm like, you know, you're not 19 anymore.
No.
Oh gosh.
Like, and the people weren't even that old. One of them's been 29 for like 7 years.
Yes, this is what happens when you just kind of fill a fridge with stuff and provide food, but some people have food things, and then all there is cake otherwise, and then you have cake and random booze. It's
Man,
not a
I
good
really wanted one of
mix.
those cupcakes when I came back, by the way.
Oh yeah, I should.
But if let's just say that there was a lot of unappetizing stuff happening at that point.
This is fair.
Although, best thing of my life, by the way, pandemic was awful. But you know what the best is? Going to pick up a drunk friend and having a mask in your pocket that is lined with beard balm from the last time you wore it. So I just was like, wait. Oh my God, it's a protective shield of bay rum. Just right here. And I was like, bring it, bitch. It was so good. I was fine. Robin was not. Robin was there helping too, and she's like, I can taste it in my nose. This is awful.
No.
Speaking of Robin,
Speaking of tasting it in your nose,
like I hope Robin and Christine are both feeling better soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're missing you.
Also, Raven, I want that whole parody. Please get on it.
yeah, get on that. You're the writer. You're the songstress. Go and take care of that.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right.
Now it's in my head.
Yeah,
edit.
I had that stuck in my head like last week for I don't know why, but randomly I was like, why is this song in my head?
You know what song's been stuck in my head?
Oh.
Somebody could have come get her.
Oh,
She's dancing like
Like
a
a
stripper.
stripper.
Ever since I decorated the lamp.
Yep.
Oh,
Which is right there.
Oh no.
Yep.
Straighten that out. I'm back.
So
Did
I
you miss
can't
me?
look at that lamp without thinking that song. We always
All
miss
right.
you.
You'll hit me eventually. My AC's not that high. Except I cheat. All right.
Buy more hurts and
Folks.
mores.
Speaking of.
Speaking of cheating, let's go cheat here on Call of the Netherdeep. Ready? Let's head back in what the hell? We've got like fruit flies or gnats or something, like, and we don't know where they're coming from, but I just got strafed by one. Anyway,
Whoa.
should we erase all of the parody done before you get your email? That's not fair. I'm running a game right now, Raven. That seems like quite the handicap. I can answer the
Agreed,
email right now with
agreed.
K.
Oh, you don't know what you're agreeing to if you do that.
Yes, I've done that to Apple, Google, Tinder, Facebook, like not Tinder, but Grinder. No, I got Christa. I got her on Bumble. I signed up for Hive Social because
Good things
So
about
did
that.
I actually. I was like,
I managed to
should
get my
just grab
name,
my name
which is weird.
on everything.
Did you get your name?
Well, I got Petite Medic.
Ah, that's right.
It's not the biggest accomplishment.
Not B-tweet medic.
Okay, so I actually was thinking about that. I was kind of like, I was really sleepy, just
That's
like
amazing.
in bed laying around, and I was like, what if I could make this like Petite Medic, but like for Hive? And I was like, I don't know how I can make this work, but that did
You
go
could-
through my head.
You could go with Chris Blogg.
Oh.
You could go with. I got nothing else. Let's go back to.
I did have an audience, a certain audience member find me on Bumble and then mercilessly make fun of my shirt.
Oh.
What? He sent me a screen cap. Like he didn't even like match with me or message me on Bumble. He screen capped and sent it to me in Discord.
How dare somebody
God.
make
Was that
fun
Paul?
of Christa?
Yes, it was Paul.
It was Paul.
Paul is awesome. I really enjoyed meeting him.
He's
Yeah.
very lovely.
I look forward to
I
meeting you.
Sewed a pair of
you-
pants for him.
Yeah, one day
Is that what they're calling
one
it
day
these
we'll
days?
meet people
Yeah.
at conventions and
Mm.
stuff. and-
Okay, so without
IRL.
Robin or Christine to keep us on track, I think we should
Yes.
head back to game.
Oh,
Okay.
right. We're doing
Right,
that
so those
tonight.
are our minders normally, like the ones that are like
That's true.
Christine
This
does
is what
that
happens.
face,
This is what happens when we're left on our own.
and Robin
My
just sends me
sweet
messages
medic.
being like, "You said it was
I
10
love
minutes,
it.
50 minutes ago." So let's head back in. 3, 2. Hello and welcome back to Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. After meeting with your contact over at the Omnival Library, you manage to head your way back over toward the Crystal Chateau. Before long, it loomed in front of you, and you found yourselves walking by the front guards, who gave you a cursory look over. "Yeah, seems good to me," says the front guard. "Guide on in."
Oh, thank you.
As you head down into the hallways, it's a pretty easy find. Before long, you are going to be able to make your way into some of the areas that are labeled for the excavation, and kind of like the archaeology department of this portion of the Allegiance of Allsight. Finding on the door, there is the researcher names, Anbara and Idris. And atop of that, you see Professor Limmy West, because we're pronouncing it Limmy from now on. For the excavation department of Kael'Mora. What do you do? The door is shut in front of you.
Should we knock?
It's probably more polite.
So we knock, and then what?
We asked to speak to Anbara.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, quick question.
Yes.
Is it Anbara and Idris? Or is it
An-
Anbara and Idris?
It's Anbara and Idris Elba.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's two people.
Anbara
It's two people.
Flipbreaker?
Wonderful.
It's
Okay.
Andara,
Mhm.
and then also
Andara.
featuring Idris.
Beautiful. Okay. That's what I thought it was originally, and then I was like, oh wait, is it one person?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's-
It's two people. It is, so yes, you called it. It's Anbara Flintbreaker and Idris Lornan.
Anbara with a B as in Bob.
Anbara.
And
As in Bara Bara.
Okay.
Which, if you're a manga reader, you know what Bara means.
Roses?
It's like bro, super macho. Like, it's remind me to tell you later about the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure role-playing game I'm working on, because Bara's
Oh, no.
a stat.
Oh,
All of the stats start with the letter B.
Oh my gosh.
I believe it's
amazing.
beauty, buff, Bara, badass, and it's dumb.
Basic.
Basic. No,
So this
there's
is
no
one of
basic.
them, Anbara.
And Bara.
Mhm.
Okay. Should we just ask for Anbara or Idris?
But yes, I think this will work. But what did we say? Like, I know I'm not known for my tact, but I think it's a bit. Can we go up there and just be like, hey, we think somebody's smuggling stuff that you might be involved with the Sentinels of Memory?
No, I don't think that's the best plan. But we could ask them about the expedition in which they got accosted.
We could ask them about that.
Because that was the one where they found the ring. And get a little bit more information about that.
Mm-hmm. Can we say we are working for a joint task force
Yes.
with the Cobalt Soul, and we feel that it wasn't followed up on well enough, and that we should follow up better because we don't know what the item was, so we can ask them what the item was because it wasn't
Yes.
listed, right?
Correct. The items stolen weren't listed.
Mm-hmm. And we are technically working for both of them. It's not a
True.
lie.
So what do? Do you knock on the door?
What? Dorlen thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Right. Yes.
So who
Dook, dook,
knocks?
dook.
All right. A moment later, you'll hear, "Just a minute."
Oh.
And the door will open, and you will see a human acolyte of the Allegiance of Allsight standing in front of you. He's in probably his mid to late 30s, tall, incredibly dark skin, well-groomed beard with like a little bit of flecking. Looks down at you. "Oh yeah? What can I do for you?"
Hello. We're looking for an Ambara or an Idris.
I'm Idris.
Oh, hi. Very nice to meet you.
And Bara's in here.
Oh, perfect.
A red-haired human with pigtails who kind of looks like Wendy from the Wendy's restaurant kind of looks up and... Hello, how can I help you?
We just have a few questions about an expedition you were on.
Right, come on in.
Thank you very much.
You researchers?
We're part of a task force between the Cobalt Soul and the Allegiance of Allsight.
Seems fake.
Oh?
But what do I know?
Can we hold up our badges that show that are like?
Make me a persuasion roll, which I said your next persuasion roll, Xarria, would have advantage because of Tusk Love.
Tusk Love.
Tusk Love conquers all.
Yes. Well, that's great because I rolled a nat 1 and a 17. So my persuasion is a +8, so that's a 25.
Okay, that definitely beats her 17. So, what does Idris have? Idris don't give a shit. He's from the streets. I challenge you to a dance off. Hands off.
Oh, I could do that too.
That seems good. All right, so you're from a task force with the Allegiance of Allsight and Cobalt Soul. Interesting.
Yes. We're just following up on just some of the records from your expedition. They weren't quite filled out, so we just kind of wanted to fill them out a little bit further.
Yeah.
So, we were wondering, there was this one mission, do we know how long ago it was?
It was a couple of weeks, for sure.
Okay.
So I'll say, let's say it was a month ago.
Okay. A month ago,
pardon me. An expedition 2 months ago. It literally says I'm just dumb.
Oh, perfect. All good.
2 months ago.
2 months ago, you two were part of an expedition where you were unfortunately accosted when you got to the surface, and some of the items were stolen. But there's no actual record of those items. We just thought it was kind of an oversight at the time, but we thought it should probably be written down Caitlan. Somewhere. I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Okay, a couple months ago. Yes, Chris.
Xarria's talking to them. Were they on all of the expeditions, or was it just Limmel Wist that was?
It was Wist was the only one that was on all the expeditions with the redacted or altered information.
Okay.
These guys might have been on one or two, but not regular.
Okay, so were they on other ones that had it taken?
Let me double check. 1 sec. Well, that dice is coming back. They were. Let's see. Idris was on another one that had an item that had been redacted. Yes.
Okay.
But Anbara was not.
Okay. It's like there was also another one a month before that Idris, I believe you were a part of. That you were accosted, and the information on what was taken was not included as well. It seems to be a bit of a pattern forming between like you or at least are in two, and we also have what was this? Professor Limley Wisp? Limley Wisp? Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Are you a cop?
No, and you're not in trouble, and I don't know why he's being so aggressive with this. We just want to put the information to paper, that's really all.
Yeah, because you kind of seem like cops. Just saying.
He's just a conspiracy theorist, and so gets an idea in
Oh
his
my
head.
god, me too. Have you heard about Falafelgate?
Tell me more.
There's a falafel shop, and they're using it to traffic gnomes. You should be careful. Stay away from falafels.
Oh my god, please tell me Anbara and
my God.
Dorlen just step off to the side to discuss.
You need to tell me more.
By the way,
just
you
stop
can't
this.
tell
This
that
is
I'm
a
just playing
tragedy.
Bryn.
Yes, you are just playing Bryn.
Oh my
It's like,
god,
you need
it's
to
true.
tell me more about this. Where
trust me,
is this
there's
place? We need to
plenty
put a
more.
stop to this.
Have you heard about Ping, the penguin? It's a cold water penguin, well, a warm water penguin, really. That is a magic user, and it's controlling all sorts of people. There he is, right there. You've seen him.
Does it live in the Life Dome?
No, it lives in the streams.
But
Which
I
also is
heard
in the
it
Life
actually,
Domes.
that's why nobody's able to capture it, because it goes back into the Life Dome and nobody's
Goes back into the
allowed in
Life
there.
Domes through the streams. It's always streaming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Always on stream. Because it can walk on water. It's magic. But I don't remember anything about the thing that you're asking about. I just know all this stuff about, that and Ankarel's, there's also another conspiracy I've heard about of all of these people, these anonymous people that are getting in lines, QAnon.
No.
got her.
Christa.
I got her again. All right. Also, I heard that there's there's a strain of fuse that's going around inside of a bunch of gnomish clubs, like Club Deep. I went there with my girlfriend. Well, I mean, my ex-girlfriend. We're not really girlfriends anymore, but I mean, we still do the casual hookup sometimes. But she took me out there dancing, and it's a little hard because it's only 5 feet tall, and I'm 5'4", so it's a little scrapey, and I kind of had to get down on my knees. But that's okay. I actually really like being on my knees. Did I say I'm single, and that I like gnomes?
Sabina is going to lean towards Xarria and go, "What's happening?"
I'm not sure.
Do you think this
I don't know if she
altered
knows any
fuse might have something to
information.
do with Flauffelgate?
I wonder if we should just speak with Idris separately.
I think probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't mind speaking with you at all. What's up, loves?
Perfect.
All right.
Well, we were just wondering
what
if
you
you knew
need?
anything. Well, we were wondering what those items were that were stolen, if you can recall.
I remember there was we found a ring. We were transporting it up. But honestly, I can't do much help for you. I vaguely recall that we were attacked on our way back up. That's it.
Hmm. Was the ring one of the items that was stolen?
I guess. I mean, it wasn't there when we finished. Both of you can make me an insight roll.
Okay.
All right.
Don't forget you have
Guarded.
determination. And
Okay.
you have a
Better.
point of inspiration, Xarria.
Oh,
Don't
I
forget.
do. I'm gonna use it because that was not good.
Oh, I do from many
You do
episodes
from your
ago.
birthday. Yeah, go ahead.
From my birthday. I'm gonna use my birthday
That is-
inspiration.
Slightly better.
Okay, what? Don't forget you also have determination.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, my insight's pretty good. So that's gonna be a 19.
Okay.
Okay, good. I rolled the same. I rolled 9.
9. Okay. Okay, so you're he's not giving us much information, Sabina. You're not really sure about this, Xarria, taking a look at him and listening to his tone, you believe that he believes that. But there's also something else there. You ask him about that. He's like, yeah, I suppose we were attacked. I mean, I guess. Nope.
I guess.
Who has ever been mugged that had a response
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we were kind of
nonchalant.
held at knife point and our lives were threatened, and I
guess we
totally
had to get things over.
I guess we did.
guess.
But he totally believes it, and it's not even he's lying so well that you believe him type of vibe. So yeah, I mean, I don't really remember much.
Do you recall what they looked like? Did they have any distinctive robes they were wearing, or?
They came up on us from behind, I think.
Okay.
It was a man's voice, I think, a deep voice at least. No, it was a woman. It was a deep voice, but it was obviously a woman, Idris. No, it was a bloke. It was a big bloke.
A big ogre.
No. Sorry?
Could it have been an ogre?
Oh.
No, it wasn't an ogre. This was I don't
Well,
know. The
that's
voice
good.
was, yeah, the voice was pretty light.
Oh.
Were there multiple people, perhaps?
No, it was just the one, right? It was just a thief. Well, that's not how I remember it.
How do you remember it?
They came up from behind us and... Huh.
Kelly,
Yeah.
this is also Professor
Hmm.
Limley's office, yes?
Yes, it is.
Can I
There's
take
a little
quick look
back
ar-
office with like a little desk inside of there.
Okay, can I see into that office at all?
It's got frosted glass, but you can see that there is a light on inside.
Okay. Sorry, Professor Limley was in charge of that expedition, yes?
Yeah, she was.
Was there anything particular she was looking for? What's her area of expertise?
Her expertise is, I mean, archaeology, ancient history, Kael Moro as a subject.
Well,
she
we've heard she was a magic user. Does she have a specific discipline?
I believe abjuration or divination. I mean, a lot of identification down there.
That makes perfect sense, of course.
She also works. She works a lot with the on-site archivist and researcher down there. Galocadra.
Professor.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
Galocadra. Yeah.
Is Professor Limley? Is Professor Wist in today?
Yeah, she was just heading down to get a bite to eat at the cafeteria. She'll be back in time at all.
Okay.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Do we have any further questions for these two?
It totally wasn't a guy though. That's so sexist. The idea that it has to be a guy committing robberies. I've been mugged by plenty of women. Listen, let me tell you. And I've been held up by plenty of, and I've mugged a few guys too, probably. Well, not mugged. Definitely stole from my ex. But no, it was totally, right? It was. Anybody who's looking at her can go give me an insight roll as well.
Okay.
But it had to be.
Ooh, 9.
It's the beards that throw me off. 19.
19?
Oh yeah, 27.
27? She is experiencing the exact same confusion. It seems almost like, when you're blackout drunk, or when you have an experience that you kind of have a gap in your memory and you try to fill it with things. If someone says like, oh man, you got so drunk last night, and then you hit on the bartender, and you're like, you start filling in details.
Or like when people tell you stories about you as a child that you don't remember, but you start to remember being there, even though
memory
you don't
implantation,
actually.
right? It's something that you can actually do in real life.
Yeah.
Do either of you possibly think that if you saw some of the things that were stolen, like the ring or anything else, that you might be able to identify it?
I mean, maybe.
Do you recall anything about it? If there was anything distinct about it?
It was a ring. It was silver, right? Yeah, it was silver. It had a stripe of ruidium in the center. But I mean, everything that's down there has a little bit of ruidium in it. It's kind of just it's very chic in Kael Moro.
So it wouldn't be.
Chic.
So it would be similar to this one.
Yeah, I think it probably would look like that one. Yeah. There is no look of recognition in either of their eyes. I'll give you that one for free. That they look at it and they're kind of like, it's very much like, oh, yeah, it would look just like that. Is that it? I don't remember. Just remember what it looks like besides just it was a ring with... I thought it was kind of wrapped around the band personally, but I think that's a different ring that we were archiving. And with that, the door is going to... And you're going to see that another human, kind of high cheekboned, picture kind of like Professor McGonagall at age 40, right? Type of like, yes, what's this? How can I help you?
Hello, Professor Wist. We're working with the Cobalt Soul and the Allegiance of Allsight to clear up some information regarding a few expeditions to Kael'Morrow, and we were just inquiring with Andara and Idris about when you were mugged. Do you have any recollection of the event?
Unfortunately, they disabled me rather quickly. They struck me from behind.
Which time?
Well, anybody here can make me an insight roll at this point.
Oh, God.
Sure.
15.
7.
Oh, I got a nat one.
You got a nat one? So Xarria Rainn, she looks like deeply wounded and startled by this.
Oh.
And like very much like not pleased for this at all. But like she will just
Dorlen, that's insensitive.
We are doing very important work, and sometimes that work is leaked. Unfortunately, there are a group known as the Sentinels of Memory that are trying to work against us. It's my opinion. Yes, well, then you're probably aware that they have no end of passion for ensuring that the Kael'Morrow and all of that is not exposed to the world, and still, it's quite traumatic, and I really would prefer a little bit of tact on this.
That's why we came to you directly.
Well, I appreciate that, but next time, do it when we're not about to lock up. And she kind of like is like brushing like her hair behind her ear. It's kind of like long chestnut hair about down to like her mid back that has like a very slight wave to it and is starting to go silver. And as she is doing that, did anybody beat a 15 on their... you know what? I will actually allow Insight or Arcana for this.
Ooh.
I met a 15.
Then you passed.
25 Arcana.
25 Arcana. So as she is doing this, you are going to look up and notice that... oh, pardon me. It is on the Insight for this.
Oh, never mind.
Perception. Or perception. Okay.
That would have been a 14.
My perception
then.
would be a 24 then.
Same
My
roll
bad.
would have been a 14.
So Dorlen, what you are going to get is as you're listening to the story, like you're going to get the like her story matches everybody else's, and honestly, to you, this sounds like a modify memory spell. With that Arcana, you're going to be like, "Oh, I could do that with the Kaeko box if I cranked it up to the high enough volume and applied a hammer to the person." But Sabina, she goes through it, and she's obviously very uncomfortable by the way Dorlen act. But as she is stroking her hair behind her ear, you are going to notice a thin ring of elevated red veins on the base of her right ring finger.
In her hand?
On her hand. Like it's like the veins have risen up and formed like a rash, like the one on your hand.
Uh-huh. In the shape of a ring?
It sure looks like it's like a tan line made of red veins around her finger.
Interesting.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Would we be able to speak to you again? When you're
Yes,
not closing up at a more convenient time?
Yes, of course. You can make an appointment, or you can... how does next week sound?
If that is what is best for you, absolutely. We will be in touch.
May I ask one more question before we go?
Yes, sorry, it's quite late, but make it quick.
Is there anybody who knows, like, outside of the expedition, do you generally, outside of the Allegiance and anyone else around who knows of your expeditions that that you might, and any of you, talk to regularly?
That we regularly talk to?
Well, it just seems like your particular mission seemed to be unfortunately targeted.
I mean, not all of them, some of them for certain. I'd have to get back to you on that one. For the most part, we deal with our own. The fact that I'm talking with you at all is a bit confusing. I see that those are badges that were provided to the Cobalt Soul.
We're affiliated with them, but we have been doing close work with the Allegiance of Allsight as well. We investigated the Life Dome a few short weeks ago.
You may make an insight roll again now.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
it's a nat 1.
That'll be a
Oh
0.
my god.
We all rolled bad.
I rolled bad, but I didn't use my determination yet, I don't think.
You did not.
Okay. I would
Or
like
your
think
to
I have
spend it,
inspiration.
and it would be 18.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is anybody else
Same.
spending anything?
No, I think the highest I could get would be a 10, so.
Okay. Well, you will see, like, you'll see the twitch there, Xarria, on the corner of her mouth. As she, yes, well, she grows visibly uncomfortable, and her eyes keep glancing to her office. You know, there might be something. You've come all this way, and I'd hate to make you come all the way back. Let me see if I can pull some documents out of my files and see if I can pull up any names of people that we might have had interactions with.
Thank you.
Stay here just a moment. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Now, Kelly, when you said modify memory spell,
Yes.
like what she was doing, or just...
She seems like she's been modified as well.
Okay.
I did not say that.
Is that?
No,
Oh, sorry.
but it seems like the other two are under it.
The others do seem like it, and she didn't really say much of her story because you guys accused her too quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, she seems like what she has said about her story is seems to fit with the narrative.
Okay.
Okay.
But that said, yeah, she definitely feels a little iffy to you, Xarria. You are getting an absolute sense of her guilt. There's something there.
I'm going to, as she's heading towards the office, just kind of look at the other two, or Sabina and Xarria, and just be like, memory spells. And
She also knows more about the life dome and such than she's letting on. In a different way than she's letting on.
And she'll go into her office, and I'll just be right back. And we'll shut the door. And all of you are going to hear click as it locks.
Idris, is there a window to her office?
Yes, of course, we've got windows everywhere. And you'll hear the sound of breaking glass. And can I get an initiative roll?
madness. On the run? No.
Not great.
16.
16? Okay.
I got it at 20!
You got an
Nice.
Yeah,
20?
you did. Thank God.
So I'll put it in the chat.
Sounds good.
Ah.
10 for me.
Okay, and then
My initial
Okay.
Phoenix is pretty great.
okay. So nat 20. What'd you get, Sabina?
A 10.
10. Okay, so Xarria, and then we have Dorlen. What'd you get?
16.
16. Okay, I'd have to double check something real quick. So
Team investigation. We're so good at this. We found something suspicious.
Suspicious.
there we go. And my stat block is okay. So 16 and 16. Limmy and Dorlen are interchangeable, followed by Idris, then Sabina, and then Anbara at the bottom. Okay. All right, you're going to hear the sound of breaking glass inside of the room behind you. Xarria, what do you do? The door is locked. However, there, like I said before, there is frosted glass.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to break through the glass, I guess.
Sure. You do not need to. I'll let that be an item interact if you have a weapon out.
I would have my quarterstaff on my back.
Yeah, you could just whip it out
Xarria.
through the glass as your object interact because it's frosted glass on a door. On the
Nice.
inside, as you smash through that, you are going to see that she's inside a room. It's a small office, about 10 by 12, with a desk and a big shelf on one side with tons of scrolls and books. And she has just thrown a large book through the window and looks back at you with a look of shock, and then gives you one of these. Heh. And what do you do?
I wanted to try to cast Hold Person.
Okay, what's my save for this?
Let me look it up.
Don't worry about it.
Perfect. I just want to see how it works exactly.
I have.
Should have
Counterspell.
heard from Wars. Oh.
Oh,
All right,
Fair
so you
enough.
cast Hold Person, and she'll do that and then go, nice try. And so, Zari, do you have anything else? A bonus action?
yeah. I guess I'll do my Vital Sacrifice. And
There is
I
broken
will
glass in
take-
front of you, so you don't even need a knife.
perfect. I'll just
Oh.
slash myself on it, and I'll
Okay.
take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Perfect.
God, that's deep. All right. Dorlen and Limmy Wist are going to be acting at the same time. What do you do?
Okay, so Limmy is jumping out the window.
So what you've seen is Xarria rushed forward, smashed the glass, which elicited a holy shit and from the two researchers. And then she tried to cast a spell. It fizzled in the air, and so instead she raked her hands down the broken glass. There's blood dripping from her palm and from the windowsill alone.
Okay, and but we can see where Limmy was going,
You can see her just inside of the room, yeah.
just inside of the room. And Limmy threw a book through the glass.
She
Or
threw a
through a
book
window.
through the glass and is preparing to cast a spell on the same initiative as you. So, what do you
All
do?
right, I'm going to put my armor on as an action and run over there, and just like get right beside.
Okay. Can you you have enough strength that you can jump through the hole? There is a smash as you are going to leap through the hole, land on the ground. She's going to cast Fly and try to fly out the window, which means that since you're acting at the same time, I'm going to say that you're in opportunity attack range.
Sweet. No.
Okay.
27.
Yeah, that probably hits her AC of like 12.
All right.
It's not actually 12, but it's, oh god, it actually is 12.
Oh, 11 thunder.
She would have cast mage armor at the beginning of the day, let's be fair. But 11 thunder damage is not good at all. That is going to be
A concentration check.
I was just double checking that Fly is concentration. And that's a pass. That is a 10 on the dice. And it is damage or 10, whichever is higher. So I just exactly did it. Okay, so she is going to cast Fly and is going to push out through the broken glass as you like punch her in the back with your, you're gonna punch her right in the sciatic.
Under.
Ah, my sciatic! She says as she flies out the window. All right, that is going to be her turn and your turn. Idris is gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on, yo?
I believe. Sorry, go ahead.
Then it's
Is
gonna be
talking
your
a free action? Oh,
Yeah,
it's my turn.
It's your turn anyway.
We're worried. Limley is behind the muggings. And she's gonna run and leap over the window.
So you see that she is flying away at a very fast pace. Do you feel arcane power boil up inside of you?
Wait.
Do you? Is it time to Hadouken this bitch?
I think it might be.
Get
I
her.
don't.
I'm so proud of you. My baby's growing up.
Why won't you search? Search for it. There it is. Sabina is going to run. She's going to pull her bow like she normally would. And she's trying to like think of all of her abilities and her spells and whatever. And she's trying to think of like how to get her down. And I think is trying to think of like some kind of lure or like some way to bring her down. However, I think she just thinks down and her arrow shoots out and just becomes this crackling, some kind of like lightning look to it. Just this burst of energy.
Just Coralon's light.
Just this bright ball of lightning and electricity and energy that streaks out. And I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Yes!
Nice.
All right. So the way you're going to do this is you get 2 beams at this level. So that's 2 attack rolls.
2 attack rolls. Okay, fantastic.
Yep. So you do 1 for each beam. Each one does a D10 of force damage.
And then this is Warlock is charisma casting, right?
Yes.
So
So you
it's-
add your charisma to your attacks.
Okay, so it's going to be 8 plus. Or no, you just roll charisma. Just charisma.
So
Proficiency.
you roll your charisma plus proficiency.
Okay, so plus 6. So okay, good. So that's going to be a 16 and a 21.
Oh yeah, those are both hits. A sudden burst of divine energy is going to streak out of your hand, and as she kind of zigzags through the air, it's like watching a scene with like a fighter pilot like getting strafed by machine gun. She goes and they're gonna and just like spin around like they're coming out of like honestly like homing missiles, and are gonna smash into her. Go ahead, give me 2d10. And did you take any abilities as a warlock, or is that next level that you get your
Next level.
your pack next level? Okay. Your packed boons.
No, packed magic? Oh yeah, no, packed boon is 3rd.
It's
invocations are next level.
Okay,
invocations. Thank you.
level.
I've never played a
Yeah.
warlock. I really need to. The only warlock I've ever
Neither
played
have I.
Warlock.
Actually, that's not true. Dasha, my cat in Caitlin's Extra Life game, is the only warlock
All right.
I've ever played.
So give me that 2d10.
It is going to be a total of 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. She is badly hurt as those slam into her. And
2 concentration
inside
checks.
it is a concentration
2.
check.
2.
It's 2 attacks,
Okay.
isn't it?
2 attacks.
Oh, I should have hexed her first. I'm learning.
Okay, so let's do the math. So as she zips out through the hole, flies up, your Eldritch Blast slams into her, and she's going to shriek and okay, 10. And then takes 22 points of falling damage as she falls directly into the center pavilion with a crunch as she lands on the side of a fountain.
shit.
You see her fall, and her head dashes off part of the stone fountain.
Oh no. How far away is she?
Right now, she is, we'll say 50 feet.
60, 50. Okay.
50 feet? Okay. I'm gonna, as part of it, if I can, if we count this, is anybody doing anything in the next round? I want to cast.
So so you're gonna see that, and Bara's gonna be like, "Did I lose my job? Am I fired now? I think my boss is dead." Because that's the most Bryn thing I can think to say. I think I'm
wrong.
unemployed. So you can do something. Xarria has initiative on you though, because you've already hit her. But what would you like to do?
Yes. Well, yeah, I was gonna cast Healing Spirit because I don't have any other. I got rid of Healing Word.
Oh, that's
apparently.
good. Yeah, that's got a range.
Yeah.
Is Healing Spirit?
Elder Class was a cantrip, so as long as
Oh,
it's a
you're
bonus
right. My
action-
God, is it a bonus action?
Oh, Healing Spirit is also a bonus action.
Yes.
Nice.
So you,
And
you
Elder
cast
Class
Healing
is a
Spirit.
cantrip. Well, I actually could. Cool. Okay, so it's not. So on her turn,
Mhm.
she gets a D6 hit points.
Okay. All right. So we're at the top of the
Yes,
initiative then.
Kaeko
So you cast that, and little motes of energy will start dancing around her, being like, what's the range on that? Is it 50 feet?
Yeah, so my Healing Spirit is my little swamp with the little secret frog that's hidden. It's the actual Healing Spirit.
And what's the range on that?
The range is 60 feet.
Okay, so what you're gonna see is just like she falls and dashes her head off the side of a fountain, and then suddenly like the water will start going, "Ooh," and a little like spirit frog is gonna jump out of the fountain onto her head as the fountain starts to overflow with mossy water.
Oh,
Yes.
Bud,
So good.
bud,
Why?
Zer.
core, lawn. All right, Xarria, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
all right. I would like to hold person. I would like to try to cast hold
It
person.
automatically succeeds.
Amazing. Perfect.
So are you
do
casting it
that.
on her?
Huge scene. Yeah. Yeah. Just in case she like heals and then tries to run.
That's gonna be an auto success.
That's the plan.
And you're all on the first floor of this place, thankfully, so you could actually jump out the window if you wanted to.
Oh, perfect. Do we want to? I guess so.
Sure. You cast hold person on her and then jump out.
Yeah, I guess it's also like later in the evening, right?
Yeah, it's like about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Perfect.
And how many floors up are we?
1.
First floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out there and
Okay.
rush over
We're gonna
there.
hop out of initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
And out the window.
Is she still alive?
She is alive thanks to a frog sitting on her head.
Oh.
Oh,
She does get a D6 every round, so every 6 seconds that it takes us to get there, she gets some extra healing, but is still held, I suppose.
Yes.
Let me go. Let me go.
Well, not until you answer our questions appropriately. You just tried to flee and were wondering why.
Well,
We were nothing but quite cordial to you. In my opinion.
and if you're not careful, we'll heal you.
Yes, we're very good at that.
Why is there a
Wait, hold on.
Why is there a rubber frog on my rubber head?
He's helping you. So don't complain.
What is the meaning of this? You're gonna hear from the corner as a goblin dressed in the outfit of a headmaster that you actually met with Grizz Alacritos before. Alacritos, if I'm not mistaken. The little Danny DeVito guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we did.
All right. Is going to storm out into the pavilion here with a couple of guards in tow, brandishing their weapons. What are you doing? What's going on over here? Why are you attacking my professor? All right. What the hell is going on here? You better have a good explanation. You better have it fast. I offered to induct you into the order. Well, you know, into the allegiance, and this
May
is...
we present to you a spy from the Sentinels of Memory.
Or something. We have reason to believe that there is a link.
We have evidence to back it up, as well as... I'll bring out the ring. The finger. As well as...
Oh.
And
It's very likely
record,
that she's been modifying people's memories.
Yes, like the two individuals over there, as well as she tried to assassinate us in the Life Dome.
This is true.
This
And then
is
tried to frame Professor Prolix for it.
If you want to look at your own records for all of the like, Dorlen will actually just start listing off the dates and like as much as he can about like all of the things that were going wrong and missing items. And it's just like, it's convenient that they all had something to do with this individual, as well as another Gildo Kate. What was the other person's name signing off on it all the time? Also, if you take a look and like this little ring here, which was planted on Mr. Prolix Yusuf, take a look at the finger. I believe, were you the one who was telling us that ruidium causes certain kinds of corruption in the flesh?
Yeah.
I think you'll find that this kind of matches
Sabina
what's
puts
going
her
on
hand
with,
behind her back.
Make
with
me
the
a persuasion
finger
check.
Oh, God.
You know what? Do it with advantage because you had such excruciating detail, Columbo.
Yeah.
Yes. Dorlen is so good at
And
this.
another thing.
And another thing.
It's a very long-winded
okay.
test, though.
All right. So that would be, what is Dorlen's charisma? Because he has no bonus on that, but it was 19. So
Okay.
we're looking at 21.
Is this true?
We wouldn't
I'm
be
sure we
healing
could get
her
it
if it
out.
wasn't.
And I'm sure we could get it out with a zone of truth tomorrow.
They ran away, and you'll find that their Wisp's assistants had their memories played with. I'm
Is this
sure they
true to
can
you?
corroborate that if you are able to find it a way to fix.
Is this... Well, this is absolutely awful. And what do you have to say for your... And, Caitlan, what's my spell save DC? Because I get a reroll to get out of hold person every
You
round.
sure do. 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Spending a hurt them more for that reroll. And
Yes.
I'm casting Fireball.
Ooh.
So I need everyone inside of range to make me a dex save.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to absorb elements.
That is
Nice.
probably a good idea.
That red armor, it's fire resistant every
Oh.
Let's see.
20. Unnatural.
Nice.
Same.
Oh, damn, really?
16.
Okay, sounds good. Hold on just one second. I'm just double checking
Actually,
something.
Instead of 16, why don't you take a, what is it, 21?
Whoa. I mean,
You
that
just-
sounds a lot better.
I use Dorlen's artificer ability to go, well, actually, that's a 21.
Okay, so, and
You're
Sabina,
like, get
what'd you
behind me.
The same. I got 20. Dirty 20.
get? Okay,
Crouch behind
so,
you.
let's just do, nope, that's 10d8, Kelly. That's not how math works. That's not how dice work either. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
Fireball.
To say, Ignatius. And there's an explosion of force, and let's spend my last hurt them more to make this at least somewhat cool. 1, 2, 3.
Well, damn.
4. Just re-roll those ones. There we go. Okay, so everyone here, please do me the favor of, that was going to be a DC of, DC of, if I could find my DC quicker. Oh, 14. That's not terribly high at all. So, Sabina, did you succeed as well?
20, yes.
20? Okay, so
If that's a success, I assume.
that is going to be a success. There is an explosion of heat around you. He is... Oh, wait. Pardon me one moment. What do you have to say for yourself? Ignatius. Counterspell. Because of course he has counterspell.
I was kind of wondering if one of us had something.
Sorry, I just blanked on that for a sec. So yeah,
I was gonna hellish rebuke her.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
We both.
God.
I'm taking my spell slot back.
Both of us.
Yeah, take your spell slot back. Well, I mean, we can have it play because if he could have been caught off guard, you know what? I'll say, you want to do that? Let's do that. It's
Sure.
better if it's a
Okay.
terrorist act, okay? So
Okay.
my hurt the more was to have the headmaster caught off guard by the betrayal enough that he didn't have the momentary reflexes to cast that.
Perfect.
There's an explosion of heat as the fireball goes off. Everyone is going to take 20 points of damage after. It was 40 originally. Now it's 20.
10.
Did you succeed? 10 for you.
Yeah, you did.
And 10 for Petite Medic as well.
The headmaster
Resistance
is
fire.
going to endure elements himself and only take 10. Idris is going to take. Ooh, how many hit points
Idris,
does he
Oh,
have?
no.
yeah.
Because they didn't come that close over. They're standing by the guards are going to get screwed though. One of the guards is going to just be immolated in this and scream and die. The one who let you in actually is going to fall to the ground dead from the heat.
Ooh.
And I need Hellish Rebuke.
Perfect. I feel like we're like back to back,
we-
just like throwing the
Yes,
fire.
and Xarria, you only take half that damage too. Don't forget because it's fire.
Right. Am I that type of
question.
tiefling? I guess so.
You're a tiefling, yes. Sabina, what's up?
We said that they can. Let me start that again. We said that
Let me start that again.
let me.
Oh.
I can cast warlock spells with my ranger slots.
You can,
right?
yes.
Yes.
So I can hellish rebuke at 3rd level.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that's 4d10.
Holy shit.
So that's
Is that-
so
is that
I rolled bad for that. It's a 1st level spell, and then it's a d10 for every slot above 2nd. So if it's 3rd, it's 2d10 and then 1 over everything.
Yeah.
It's okay. I didn't roll great on the second
So,
roll anyway. So that's
hold on one
6
sec.
and 7.
4, 5, 6. Okay. So it's been about 4 rounds of conversation. Okay, I know how many hit points she has because of your healing frog.
Fantastic.
All
And then
right.
I guess you have to make dexterity saves for both of us.
Okay. I failed. There's no way. One of them was a 2. The other was a 12.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic.
So I'm pretty-
I did 27.
Mine's just 12.
Um,
Oh, wait a second. Sorry. Mine's at 2nd level.
Dude,
19.
Okay. She
Jesus.
is. Okay. So good.
It's gonna be
it's so good.
So she's going to cast Counterspell, and
Okay.
one of your spells is counterspelled. You don't know which one because Hellish Rebuke still goes off and she still explodes. Because she only had 19 hit points. So even if Xarria's got counterspelled, she's still dead. And if Sabina's is she's minus 10 dead. So you both do that thing where you both shot her and you don't know whose bullet hit her as the flames go. She's like, counter! And she's
Sabina's just standing there with her hand out and is like looking at Xarria and looking back and going, I didn't know I could do that. Was that you?
I didn't know you could
was
do that
right?
either.
It wasn't me, it was you, right? Yeah?
I think it was both of us.
Oh no. Oh, Corlon. Oh boy.
Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right? Is everyone... Oh, gods. Gino.
I'm gonna go up to the guard that's dead, like look at the dead terrorist person, and go up to the guard that's dead and like, "Damn it! I was saving this for us," and stab a syringe into the dead guard that has kind of has some sparkly diamonds dust swinging around it, and I'm gonna cast
Ooh.
Revivify on the dead guard.
Oh.
Just like, I'm glad only one of you went down. I only have one of these. It's expensive. Are you okay?
Ooh.
Everything hurts like real bad, man. It hurts real bad. I can't feel my leg. Oh, God, no, I can't feel my legs. Oh, God, can I feel my legs? Ow.
Hold on. It's going to hurt a little bit more before it gets better. Cure wounds.
Oh, you sound like my husband.
300 gold on a random NPC guard. Worth it.
Fuck yeah, you did.
All right,
Hell
and
yeah.
I think that's where the camera is going to pull up on this wreckage. The fountain is half destroyed.
Yep.
Like people are just breathing soot. People are starting to gather. You're hearing like car alarms basically wee 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 go off in the distance. Someone's buggy alarm. Their horse alarms going like nay. I guess camel. It's like Corel.
Camel?
It's
Oh.
ting. It's just a camel spitting into a spittoon constantly.
Ting, ting.
I got you,
Ting,
Gino.
ting.
I got you.
Don't let me go, man. Don't let me go. Don't let me
You're
go.
gonna make it, Gino. You're gonna make it.
Oh,
My husband will have you for dinner. He makes a good macaroni.
Don't worry, Genoa. We got you.
You've heard my club name from my time on the dancing circuit. Genoa the Salami.
oh my goodness.
I left that life behind me to become a guard. I'm gonna pass out now from the
Totally
pain.
good.
Don't look back. Don't look
Good.
back.
You sound like my husband.
Fuck.
So he's gonna pass out.
Oh
we're
my
gonna
God.
pan out, and later we're going to pick this up inside of the headmaster's office. As he sits across the table for you, pouring some heavily liquored tea in front of you. All right, so seriously, the betrayer's balls on this one, right? Am I right?
You're right.
Mm.
Sure.
Well, thank you for all of your hard work. I gotta say, I'm sad that y'all didn't decide to join the Allegiance of Allsight. We would have liked to have some agents like you working in the field.
I mean,
Thank
we're
you.
not against. I mean, it's a good cause, right? And Prolix is a good guy. You seem reasonable. I mean, you
Knowledge is
cared
the
about
greatest cause.
you cared about Genoa over there, and is he doing okay?
Yeah, we got him to a medical tent. He'll be fine. Thanks to your hard work, to be honest. That's that potion you got. Well, it packs a punch.
Yeah, it cost a pretty penny.
Yeah, I
But,
bet. I
I'm
bet.
glad it worked. I wasn't actually sure it would.
Well, tell you what, you exposed a traitor in the middle of our midst, and
At least one.
hmm.
Because there's also Galacala blah blah blah. Blah.
I
Also-
believe-
Kadra.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
Also, we could still question her. I have a spell for that. She just has to have a mouth. She doesn't have to still be alive.
Did she still have a mouth?
I'm not
Please
sure.
tell me she still had a mouth.
I didn't look that closely.
Mm.
She's still out of mouth. She's a burnt corpse. Please, we're not going to be spending any money to bring her back. Besides, listen, for your
Oh.
trouble,
She can be dead.
oh, no, I know. You're talking about speak with the dead.
Yes, I am.
We're more than happy to let you interrogate that traitor's corpse. So long
Excellent.
as one
Thank
of
you.
us are there. That's not all that we're happy for. Here. I want to give you this. It's the least I can do. And he'll reach into his pocket and pull out a small pouch. It clinks around a bit as he hands it to you. And it's like, it hurts a little thinking about how much money you spent resurrecting that guard. It's honestly the least I could do. Here. And he'll pass it over to you, Dorlen. And it's about 50 coins. And do you open it?
Yeah.
Platinum.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, that's
That's 500 gold.
that's
Whoa.
Yep, that should
I-
cover the ingredients plus a little bit extra. I know that you have the ring, the red ring of the red ring that of ruidium, right?
Yeah, I guess the one ring that came out of that place.
You know what? I've never had a good luck with rings. If you want to hang on to it, you seem like it might have some properties that could be useful to you. Keep it. Use it. Just tell us what it does. Write it down.
I mean, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess it might.
As far as we understand, Ruidium has a number of uses. If you're already down there, he'll gesture to your badges that were loaned to you. If you're already down there, then, well, at the very least, we find that Ruidium usually allows its wearer to breathe underwater, naturally. So it's a good backup. If any of your spells fail or something, pretty useful.
Now, I know there's corruption. You discussed it. Her finger was rashed of some kind. What effects does that have?
We don't know too much yet. We know that Ruidium, a lot of people tend to have allergic reactions to it. It likes to be... it likes to expand, I guess. Some of the
Is there
people
a way
that
to
we've...
stop it?
At this point, we're still looking into that. Which is why it's important that we get in there and we continue researching. It's a slow process. And whether or not it turns out to be advantageous or not is still up for debate. Yeah. Well, look, I can't thank you enough for this. You did a solid for Prolix Yusuf. You did a great job removing part of the sorry, it's real late now, but it's been an exhausting day. But like taking out some of these these traitors from our midst. It's incredibly important, and I just wanted to say, and with that the door will chink, and a rather tall man with a long white beard and long pointed ears, dressed in the outfit of a headmaster as well, will enter the room as well. It is an elf, because I always forget that Critical Role has elves with beards. Well, look at that. I say, hello. I couldn't help but see that a part of my building was on fire. Would you be the ones who have done that?
Actually, technically, I believe it was one of the professors, your professors, that did that. Technically.
Yes, we certainly didn't help it, though.
Sabina's
She's going to
looking very
giggle a little bit at
sheepish.
Sabina.
I say, and
Panic.
you are the ruffians who set fire to it, then. I'm James Cryon, headmaster, co-headmaster, as my contemporary seems very dutifully reminding me. And he will go take a seat across from you.
What can we do for you, Headmaster Crayon? Sorry.
See, are you not able to process auditory stimuli, Mr. Mild.
Oh, he knows your name, Dorlen.
Oh, well, apparently I'm rather famous around here.
He must have spoken to Haim.
Well, these are the ones that you tried to gain. I see. What? They're good. They're good kids. They're good kids. They do good work. That's all I'm saying. They, and the office still open, Mr. Mildcock, Wildrock, whatever your name is. Look, you or the rest of yous. I know that the rest of yous ain't too interested in the Cobalt Soul, or you're only interested in the Cobalt Soul. It's been a long night. But like, if you're interested in joining, I would still love to have yous on board. Just because your friends are in the Cobalt Soul doesn't mean that you can't be in the Allegiance of Allsight, Mr. Wildrock. I mean, what are you gonna
Is
do?
there an
Kung fu?
opportunity to be a free agent?
I mean, you're already a free agent. What are you doing? Playing the field? Nobody's biting this joke, huh? Okay, fine.
Yes, it is quite droll. You may be a free agent as long as you like.
Yes, we appreciate helping you, and we appreciate helping the Cobalt Soul, and both of you have provided us with various opportunities, and it's been quite lovely, and I think shutting down those opportunities from either side would be disadvantageous.
Yes.
And like looks
of
really
course.
proudly for their word over.
Oh,
Very
yes.
good.
very-
Good job, Sabina.
It's very good. It's just what I need to do, be lectured by a bumpkin.
She looks real sad.
I'll
Doesn't
have
say
you know,
anything.
Sabina knows her, like,
Yes, I'm sure she knows all
You
sorts of
seem-
plants and animals and how to mate sheep, but this is not the type of place. This is an academy.
Oh, she's quite knowledgeable.
I think she also starts to bubble a little bit with a little bit of white light and just sort of like just in behind things and just
Mhm.
kind of is getting a little sparky.
Oh,
Yes, well, I see that in the duties you've done for Ankrel, you can also add counter-espionage to those accomplishments. And it's a good thing, too. There's trouble in Ankrel. Moreover, there's trouble in Kael'Moro. If you already helped Yusuf, then whether or not you're with the Allegiance of Allsight or not, which, by the way, yet again, he kind of like holds his hand in front of the other guy's face a little bit, like, I would love to have you on board, Mr. Wildrock, and there's nothing wrong with nature, Ms. Moorden. This guy. Anyway,
Yes, can you what? Can you believe what?
nothing at all, champ. So, we need your help. Are you willing to give us a hand?
Are you willing to be paid handsomely for
Doing a duty for the Allegiance, and for Ankrel, and for Kael'Moro as well.
oh, of course.
Yes, well, I would like you to... how does, a 1,000 gold piece bounty do for you?
A bounty.
What are we bountying?
Well, as you've seen before, the, whatever she was, we're going to investigate that in a minute, Ms. Rainn, but I'm pretty sure that she's probably with the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. They're all over the excavation site. I don't know who down there is...
or the Sentinels of Memory.
Or the Sentinels of Memory. Could be those goons as well.
She was doing memory magic.
But although she herself was saying it might have been the Sentinels of Memory, so I'm less inclined to believe that.
Fair point.
We think there's a
double agent. Someone is going and smuggling ruidium weapons and equipment out of Kaer Morha. Someone on the excavation team is a traitor.
Where is
Galeocadra.
Galeocadra?
Galeocadra is the chief librarian and archivist of Kaer Morha.
down in Kaer Morha.
They've kind of been on our radar, so we're thinking it might be them or someone close to them.
They work pretty closely with with Inside Aquere, and also the other hands down there. Primarily, no, I'm normally so good with names. James looks quite smug at this. Like James Cryan looks quite.
Yes, I do believe that you mean to speak about Zot and Scribble.
Yes, Zot and Scribble. Yeah, that's right. They're also down there all the time as well. You remember Scribble is the Kenku that you met, and Zot is the Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
There are also a number of others down there, as well as 3 agents such as yourself, I suppose, moving amidst the ruins, as well as the sea elf inside of the tavern. Poor dear seems to have had some type of
Amnesia?
yes, I believe magically sourced.
Oh.
Although,
You don't think? No, I don't think it's like what happened to Idris. I don't think it's a magical or to Ambara either. I don't think it's like a spell, but I think it's some type of something is radiating something weird down there. Although that is
There's
quite a
definitely
coincidence.
lots going on.
yes, it seems like the plot has repeated itself. I would be quite suspicious were this one of your storybooks.
Oh, like the Tusk Love storybook?
Oh, you've read Tusk Love.
You've read Tusk Love?
Yes, I read all manner of literature.
I believe it's a classic at this point.
At this point, it is yes.
I guess I'll have to
Fine.
read it. Comes from a good recommendation.
A woman of culture.
Yes.
Well, Sabina, we'll read it together.
I don't think there are very many pictures in most versions.
Hey, you you got to you're asking for our help,
Yes.
and you're insulting us. Like I'm going to be honest with you. I want to help because I think it's the right thing to do. We can help our friends. We can figure this out. But you're an ass. And you no. You are an ass, and you are disrespecting this incredibly helpful and wonderful person who wants nothing to do but would help you anyway.
Make me a persuasion or intimidation roll.
I'm going to do intimidate.
Do it.
Because Dorlen is proficient in intimidate, so that's a 22.
Oh.
We wouldn't be here without her.
It's true.
Whatever your prejudices are, just keep them to yourself.
I beg your forgiveness. The night has
Not mine, hers.
yes, yes. Ms. Moorden, I beg your forgiveness. The day has been quite vexing, and I am quite shocked to find that we had already one double agent who I personally hired the role. I believe it has gotten to me in a way that I had not... Please accept my apology for my lack of decorum. And I assure
it's all right.
you...
Most people underestimate me. And then in Abyssal, she'll go, but I can be much more useful than I may seem.
He'll raise one very heavily arched eyebrow.
And it will, in Abyssal, will respond, and you will find that the book actually does contain a number of interesting pictures.
I'm not terribly excited to read it, honestly, but I suppose if it means learning.
Well, with that, I ask that you go and investigate this. It would be oh, sorry, and he switches back to common.
Sorry, I was nodding along.
Oh, sorry.
Look at Sabina.
Oh,
Did he apologize?
Yes.
He's saying, he sorry.
Yeah, he did. Thank you, Dorlen.
Okay. We're good here.
All right. Hey, we're going to be great here, okay? So, look. 1,000 gold piece reward to go and figure out who this is. You already have access there. But I got to warn you. Whoever's down there, they've got access to the ruins, too. And I got the feeling that if the consortium is looking through some of the research that we've heard from Professor Insight recently, they might be looking for more than just a few chunks of ruidium. We think that they're looking to stockpile the stuff.
it's actually worse than that. We think that they're not only looking to supply the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. We think that they are perhaps planning a monopoly of the source of ruidium.
Yeah.
They're trying to take it over from you.
That is our fear at the moment, is that the consortium is going to get enough ruidium weapons that they won't only take Kael'Moro from us, that they'll take the entire Netherdeep and all the ruidium down there.
Sabina will kind of look to Xarria and Dorlen with the kind of look of, do we tell them everything we know? Because I don't know if we shared everything about Elixion.
You did not.
Are we sharing?
Sharing what?
Let's speak with our before we really agree to everything. Why don't we speak with the other people that we work with, and then maybe come back tomorrow, perhaps, to speak with you further on this matter.
Perhaps I would prefer if you headed straight to work. The sooner we
Sure.
can nip this in the bud, the less chance of finding thorns, shall we say.
Right.
I hate to say this to a trio of outsiders, but the Allegiance of Allsight is desperate. And if you could help one of us like you did with Prolix use, it is our hopes.
That you can help all of us. And I think that that's probably where we should call game for the night.
Sounds good.
As we have another
Sabina.
mission.
Oh, so much drama!
So much
Dorlen, your
drama!
brother, we're gonna
I
kill
know.
him!
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh my god, we're going to Moordenate.
You're just gonna
Like,
go
what?
back and find like Prolix in bed with Kaeko and Xarria or Zenada. And
Yeah, exactly.
they popped my cherry.
Oh my god.
so
Mine cherry. What's up?
I don't know what is going on for the stream. So like this being a like it's kind of like, did I get mind fucked? Or was it all like a ruse? Like, is Dorlen like on the run and dealing with that stuff because of a trick? Like, oh god, like what?
Yeah. I told you that Dorlen's plot wasn't done yet.
That son of a bitch.
You
may I
son of
ask a
Don't call your
question?
mother a bitch.
Oh.
May I Christa lost the plot a little bit with the
Yeah,
apologies
absolutely.
and everything. What
Yeah.
exactly was Cryon asking of us? Or
he
Cryon
was-
and sorry, what was the other headmaster? Gint?
As those Cryon and Grizzed.
Grizzed. Okay.
One moment, please. I'm just pulling it
Crayon
up.
and grits.
Crayon
so
and grits.
Danny DeVito
Provolone.
and Christopher
Best
Lee
breakfast.
is so his headmaster
Yes.
James Cryon
Yeah.
and Grizz Alacritos.
We'll just go with Grizz. Okay, sorry. So what were they asking of us exactly?
They're asking you to go find out who the double agent is. Who the double agent is down in Kael Morro.
And we
Mhm.
are assuming it is potentially Zot. What's
So
the
we
other-
kind of we were thinking it was Galeocadra, and then I said, or someone
Yes.
like related to them, and then they said that they work closely with Inside Zot and Scribble, but we're not
Right.
quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
probably
nice.
one of the four of them. It could be the sea elf, but I'm doubting it.
Yeah.
I think
I
that
mean,
she.
If
And so-
the Seal did it at night and then erased her own memory of it,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
clever.
and
No,
No,
screwed it
that
up.
would be clever. Yeah.
That is clever. So yeah, so that is going to be it for us tonight, folks. Though, if
Alara.
you have any other questions there, like I'm happy to talk about them.
Yeah, that was just my question of what exactly they were asking of us and to confirm who the suspects were. So Zot, Scribble, Insight, Gelcaro, and Gil Kadra and Alara.
awesome.
And they said bounty, so I assume if we
So
eliminate
basically, they're
them,
going to pay
that's
you
not
money
going
to
be a
find out
problem.
who it is. No, yeah, go take care of it.
Okay, perfect. Because we're
Go
not
take care of it.
obviously we're not the best at actually just spying.
Mhm.
We get a
Well,
little
at least-
physical,
at least
even with
these
the three of
days.
us.
No, yeah, I know. Even with us, we
That was-
started
that
a
was
fight.
so good how
I think the
quick-
problem is I think the problem's right here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I can't wait till next Tuesday when we have the entire team back. Folks, that's going to be it for us tonight, though. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my players for showing up, even though a couple of them were sick. I also want to thank everybody on patreon.com/dorktales, where we have 109 patrons out of 115 for the extra Mage of the Ascension game and the start of Radiant Citadel, which will begin streaming at 125. But we will pay for the art and get our costume started around 115. So if you want to join the Patreon, even the cheapo tiers, which we love. It's not cheapo. It sounded weird, but even like
I'm one of the cheapo tiers, so
You're
it's
one of
okay.
Me too.
that's fine.
Me too.
But at $5 a month and up, you get a ton of perks like a behind the scene podcast once a month, an extra game that you get before anybody else, as well as access to Strixhaven, a Curriculum of Chaos, which is a bi-weekly CW teen drama ran by Christa.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And just tons of other stuff, as well as you'll start every tier is going to start getting like updates on the Elos book, like our homebrew book that's going to be coming out probably in a year. It's going to take a while to write that damn thing because it's 150,000 words by me. So, and then editing. But you get advanced stuff of that. So join the ranks of our exalted world building patron Shulton, my divine patron DM Michael Gray, Soul Omen and Precarious, who are our demonic patrons, as well as Tammy the Forever Cleric, who is the wizard of the Patreon, or wizard of Dorktales, and then of course the princes of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Trizelta, and the Traveler, who are all wonderful wonderful people. If you level up your Patreon, will that help? No, we're looking for numbers on this one, but if you, I mean, yes, it will help because rent is expensive. It'll help the art budget. That's for damn sure.
However, if you did, like, I don't know, sign up under your kids' names, your brother's names, your aunt and uncle's names, and just sign up a couple times, that counts.
That totally counts, but it's gonna happen in the new year anyway. So hopefully, if you folks join, that's great. We got to make sure that we have that total and we keep it up because helping Dork Tales grow helps everybody. But if you like what we do here, give us a sub, give us a follow. Don't not watch everything that we do. Come hang out with us.
Go watch the They Came From because they're very, very good and very,
go watch
very
it.
funny.
It's on our YouTube and it's
very
free.
funny.
It's free.
And watch Dragonlance.
Watch Dragonlance in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, our session 0. We'll be back tomorrow night with the Shards of Nirn, which is going to be a little displaced by all of the new games. But we'll be resettling on Tuesdays once this stream is done. So when Call of the Netherdeep ends, and we're going into the last bit, it's just that this is a module that doesn't want to quit. It's like honestly, it feels like trying to like fight a fish. Like when you're like that's all I can think is like, get into the damn boat.
Is this fish in very deep water?
It's in incredibly nether. You know what? We have a fish and we pulled it up and it had a cell phone in its hand and it was calling Trizelta.
It somehow had a leg. I don't know.
There was a leg.
I did definitely post a TikTok today that was what idiots or what kind of idiot would want to talk to fish, and then Sabina jumping up and going, "I want to talk to fish."
Perfect.
That's beautiful.
And that's where we're ending this episode. So, folks, we love you very much, and we will see you next time on Call of the Netherdeep. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Yay.